Stream Sports. Proudly covering local high school athletics and District 10 championships on Stream TV.
Welcome to Franklin Night Football. Franklin Night Football on Stream TV is brought to you by French Creek Fall Safety, by Griffin Phyllis Ford, by Gates & Burns Realty, by Venango Foot and Ankle, by TGIF Solutions, by Anderson Physical Therapy, by Pennsylvania Hardwoods, by Shago Real Estate LLC, and by Allegheny Toyota.
Well, good evening from Franklin High School. It's the Franklin Knights and the Warren Dragons here this evening. Luke Rio along with Will Haynes. Will, welcome along tonight. Tough matchup here for the Franklin Knights as they host the Warren Dragons.
Very tough matchup indeed, but you know what? I have faith in our boys. I believe that tonight they're going to pick up the first W of the season. Let's see it, and let's see them do it. Well,
let's talk a little bit about the start to their season. Harbor Creek right off the bat. That was a Saturday game, a loss 42-7. Then Fairview the following week, a loss 41-7. But two very tough football schools, tough teams, and then they rolled into Eisenhower. We had a chance to talk to Coach Turk, who slightly disappointed in that game, but Eisenhower, just a tough school, tough team this year to contend with. So three big losses at the top of the season here. Warren Dragons going to still be a pretty tough matchup.
Oh, absolutely it is, and I give our boys credit, honestly. Last week against Eisenhower, they fought to the end. They didn't give up. And Eisenhower, they've got a solid program this year, and I believe they're still undefeated. And right now, tonight here against Warren, our boys do have a tough matchup, as you said. But I believe tonight things are going to change. I believe tonight we're going to see our boys come out, and we're going to see a different Franklin Knight football team.
Well, we had a chance to sit down with Coach Turk and get his thoughts on last week's performance and what he expects out of this Warren game tonight. So we welcome you into the pregame show here this evening from Franklin High School. Second home game of the season, so it's nice for these guys to be back home. Got the home crowd behind them, so should be an exciting night. And it's a beautiful night. We'll talk about that weather coming up in just a little bit as well. A big night for the Franklin Knights. They host the Warren Dragons. Our coverage will continue right after this.
At French Creek, American Made is at the core of our growth and success in manufacturing top-quality fall arrest and rescue systems. Today, even though French Creek has transitioned into a much larger headquarters, the design, testing, and manufacturing operations proudly remain right here in Franklin. Our American Made jobs support our local community and small businesses that are part of where our workers live every day. This high bar for quality standards is the same bar and quality we expect out of our Franklin Knights. Good luck this season, Franklin, and go Knights from French Creek Fall Safety.
For years, Gates & Burns Realty has been helping people find the homes of their dreams. Whether you are buying, selling, or renting a home, it's never been easier with our experienced staff. Stop by our offices in Oil City, Franklin, or Clarion. Visit us online at gatesandburnsrealestate.com. Let us show you the way home. Gates & Burns Realty, serving the oil region since 1889.
Griffin Phyllis Ford in Seneca offers great customer service along with a legendary lineup of Ford vehicles like the F-150, the Escape, the Explorer, and now the Bronco. The Ford brand is defined by a stellar safety record, long-lasting dependability, and unmatched quality. Looking for used? We have those too. Visit our website to see our complete lineup at griffinphyllisford.com or stop in and test drive a Ford today at Griffin Phyllis Ford in Seneca. For over 50 years, our agencies have been a part of your community, helping hundreds of your neighbors find the insurance coverage that's right for them. We use a personalized approach to help you understand insurance, know if your current policy is right, and if not, easily switch to coverage that is customized for your life and budget. We offer auto, home, life, business, commercial, RVs, motorcycles, and more. We even offer insurance for your pets through Nationwide. You deserve insurance coverage that meets your needs now and in the future. Visit us online or give us a call at 814-677-4084.
Welcome back to the Franklin Knight Pregame Show. And joining us is Coach Turk. Coach, it's great to hear from you. Week 4 of high school football already, hard to believe. So many ups and downs with teams having to cancel games, reschedule, teams playing Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights. You've had two Saturday night games in the last couple of weeks. How does that affect the team?
Well, first of all, happy Football Saturday. Thanks for joining us and following us. We really appreciate your support. Compared to last year, you always look at the silver lining. We're just happy to play. It doesn't matter if it's on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're just very thankful and grateful. So to us, it's an opportunity and it's a gift, really.
Well, you had a very tough Eisenhower team you went up against. What'd you learn about yourself after that game?
Well, I mean, we certainly learned that Eisenhower is a lot better football team than they seemed on film. We knew, just as I'd mentioned in the last interview, we have the utmost respect for their staff and the program they build. We knew they were going to be good, but they exploited our young special teams. They kicked 3 onside kicks. Can't blame them. They were able to pick up all 3 of them, and we just had a heck of a time stopping that counter. And they were really simple. Onside kick and kept running that counter, and we couldn't stop it. So you can't blame them. What we did learn is we have a lot of grit. There's no question about it. That second half, the kids settled down.
Yeah.
And they kept fighting. And I think you probably saw that they didn't quit. So no question about that, man, that we have a gritty bunch of kids. They're young, but they're gritty. The other thing we learned is we got to start out quicker. I mean, it's sometimes with this team, as much as I love them and they fight, they get punched in the mouth first before they get really upset. And we're trying to, as a coaching staff, to say, look, when that first whistle blows, you got to come out and shoot quick, fast, in a hurry. So I think you should see that against Warren tonight.
So let's talk about the week in practice. What you guys work on, and then we'll talk about what you expect out of the Warren Dragons.
Yeah. So, I mean, we went back to the basics 2 weeks ago. We had to, and we continue to work on those skills. Definitely worked on that onside kick. No doubt Warren's going to try to kick that ball in short order. I mean, Wyatt Bell's done a wonderful job. When you kick deep to him, I think he's averaging to the 35 to the 45-yard line. So I think we anticipate they're going to kick away. So we took some extra time on that. But, listen, we went back to the basics again and worked on that, standard offense that we run. And you have to do that. The great teams do.
So before we, again, discuss maybe some specifics on your end, Warren Dragons, what have you seen so far? What worries you, and what are you excited to match up against?
Yeah, well, first of all, I love their head coach. I respect him wholeheartedly. He brings the District 10 coaches together in the offseason, communicates. So I have the utmost respect for him and his program. Listen, Warren lost some seniors, but they've really have a machine going. I mean, you saw what they did to Harbor Creek, and you saw what Harbor Creek did to us. I mean, they can win football games. They're big up front. I think that we can exploit them on the outside, and we intend to do so. My biggest concern is their brute strength to our younger 9th and 10th graders on the line. Listen, we're starting 3 sophomores and a freshman on the defensive line. So we have to be a little bit aggressive. They do have a sophomore quarterback, so we're going to put some pressure on him and test him. Their 3 huckleberries, as we call them, is their running back and their 2 wide receivers. Got to stop them.
You mentioned Dragons playing Harbor Creek. Is it tough to get across to the athletes that every week is different? Every week, it doesn't matter what somebody else did against somebody else. It's a fresh start every week, and we have a chance to prove ourselves.
Yeah, this team, we're survivors. We're not going to give up. We're not going to stop. And we're going to continue to keep surviving and keep working. We're going to work harder. And so this team follows that. This week in practice, you asked a little bit about that earlier. They really had a ton of energy. They want to win this football game. So they buy in. And as I mentioned before, they're really gritty and they love playing the game and they understand and recognize it's an opportunity. Everything was really potentially taken away from them last year, and week to week it could be taken away. So they're bought in. They understand it's a new opportunity. And you've heard me say this before, the standard is the standard. Last week was last week. We got to play at a certain level. We got to practice and prepare at a certain level. And these kids do that for sure.
Who would you like to see step up this week? Outside of everybody, of course.
Everybody. If they don't, I'd really appreciate it. But no, I think Cole Buckley needs to come into his own. He's a sophomore youth quarterback. I'd like to see Wyatt Bell have a little bit more, opportunity to have some impact in the game. The offensive line definitely gives us a little bit more time to pass the ball. I think out of all of them, the offensive line needs to step up and pass block better. But I think Cole, as he's getting his fourth true game under his belt, I'd like to see him ball control and a little bit more accuracy. But again, I think if you were to put a finer point on it, it would be that offensive line.
It's fun to watch the kids grow week by week. And Coach, I know you guys are doing such a great job with them. We greatly appreciate it and wish you all the best tonight against the Warren Dragons.
Thank you. And we appreciate your patience. You guys are watching these guys grow right up in front of all your faces, and just support them and pray for them, because I can assure you they're all in for the long term. This isn't just going to end this season. I can assure you that. So go Knights. God bless.
We preach all the time. There's nothing like being at a high school sporting event. So get out and support your Franklin Knights, whether it's football, soccer, volleyball, all of it. Go support them.
Agreed.
So, Coach, best of luck. Catch you next week.
Thank you, Luke.
All right.
All right.
The Franklin
Knights, God bless.
Franklin Knight pregame show will continue right after this. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a house, land, farm, or commercial property in and around Titusville, Franklin, Oil City, and surrounding areas, you've come to the right place. ShagoRealEstate.com. 25 plus years of real estate sales meets state-of-the-art technology. We use 3D imaging to produce 3D virtual tours used on social media and MLS virtual tour links. And we're also a U-Haul neighborhood dealer. We're Shago Real Estate, LLC.
Pennsylvania Hardwoods, a worldwide supplier of high-quality logs and lumber, is a proud sponsor of the Titusville Rockets. Located along Titusville Road in Pleasantville, Pennsylvania Hardwoods purchases standing timber and logs and some of the world's highest quality hardwood, which is growing right in your backyard. For a free appraisal, call Pennsylvania Hardwoods at 814-590-6730.
Aquatic Therapy, available at Anderson Physical Therapy in Franklin. The therapeutic properties of water combined with the skill and specialized training of our therapists can help you to improve your mobility and function. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy. Choose Anderson's for post-operative rehabilitation, sports injuries, spine conditions, neurological conditions, and more. Anderson Physical Therapy is here for you. Located at the Franklin YMCA on West Park Street in Franklin, we're Anderson Physical Therapy.
Hi, I'm Mark Slodecker. At Allegheny Toyota, you may have noticed we still don't have a lot of vehicles on the lot. That's because we're selling them before they even get off the truck.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Toyota, your best bet is to stop in and sit down with us. We can let you know what we have being delivered, or if you know what you want to purchase, we can help you get that scheduled too.
We're working hard to get the vehicles you want, so if you don't see it, that doesn't mean we can't get it. We have vehicles arriving weekly here, and we're Allegheny Toyota in Franklin.
Hey, welcome back to Franklin High School between, tonight's matchup between the Franklin Knights and the Warren Dragons. We were talking about the tough schedule and a tough start for the Franklin Knights. If you look at the remainder of the schedule, they've got Cache next week on the road. They host Oil City at home for the 1st of October. Then they've got Meadville on the road, General McLean at home, Butler on the road, and Lakeview here at home to wrap up the season. So it's a tough schedule ahead, and as Coach was saying during the pregame, you just take it week by week.
Absolutely. They have to take it week by week. I mean, it's a tough schedule. You have a young team, and you have a tough schedule. I mean, this is a tough conference. Just those schools you just listed, Cache, General McLean. I mean, even Lakeview is looking phenomenally good this year. So, but I believe our boys can definitely hang in there and pull out a few wins. There's no doubt about that whatsoever.
Well, I'm excited to see this matchup here tonight between the Knights and the Dragons for a number of reasons, but it's that individual growth we've seen over the last 3 weeks. Who steps up tonight? Who's going to take that leadership torch and go with it? Where are those areas of improvement? And so it's going to be interesting to see those areas tonight and what happens.
Absolutely. I believe Coach said it best himself. I believe it starts with number 5, Cole Buckley, the quarterback, getting his 4th game under his belt, because with any football team, leadership starts at the quarterback position. I mean, he is the true leader of the team, so he's got to rally the troops around himself. No, he's got to look every one of his teammates in the eye and say, come on, join with me, because this is a team effort. This is an 11-man effort. It's going to take all 11 men working together for 48 minutes tonight.
A couple Saturday games. We're talking some teams have played Thursday nights. It's hit or miss. More and more schools each week seem to get added to the COVID list and have to cancel games. That leaves teams scrambling either to pick up a game or to miss a week. How difficult is it as a player to kind of go week by week with that when you're mentally preparing to take on, for example, this week Warren, and all of a sudden that disappears and something else happens? I'll let you answer that in a second. Let's take part here in the national anthem. Here's your national anthem this evening, played by the Knights Marching Band. Boy, they sounded great, Will.
That was wonderful.
So, yeah, how difficult is that as a player to kind of get focused when you don't know what's going to happen?
As a player, as a coach, as a member of the training staff, I would imagine that it's equally frustrating for all of them. Week to week, not knowing what's going to happen next. Are we going to have a cancellation this week? Are we going to be having to prep last minute to face a different team, as we've seen several teams happen? Like we saw Erie High and Cathedral Prep play each other in back-to-back weeks because each of their respective games in week 2 had been canceled. Last night we saw Sharon versus Oil City, as Titusville had to cancel, and Oil City also, their opponent had to cancel as well. So we've seen this in the first 4 weeks. I believe it's been 15 different cancellations. And so I can imagine for our boys, not just for our boys, but for every high school team in the state of Pennsylvania and certainly across the nation, that just the week of not knowing has to be frustrating because you go into a season, you look at your schedule, and you say, okay, this is who we're playing, this is when we're playing. You set your schedule, and then you build your team around, okay, week to week, this is what our matchups are going to look like, and you train your boys up to be like, okay, this is who we need to focus on. These are our opponent starters. This is who we're facing. And then Wednesday or Thursday comes, and well, due to COVID, we unfortunately had to cancel. But we were able to pick up another game with another team. So let's make all of our last-minute preparations and changes to try to accommodate for that. So I can imagine it has to be frustrating.
Kickoff is coming up next.
Stream Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of Franklin Night Football on Stream TV.
And here come your Franklin Knights. It is a Saturday night game from Franklin High School. The Knights hosting the Warren Dragons. Knights with an 0-3 record. Dragons 2-1. Week 4 of high school football continues. A beautiful night, sunshine, and just about 70 here. Kind of concerning earlier, maybe a possibility of rain, but not the case. It looks like it's clear and ready to go for the rest of the evening, Will.
Absolutely. It's going to be a gorgeous night for football. And as you said, our Franklin Knights were 0-3, but tonight, as Coach said earlier, these boys have grit. They're going to fight. Whether it's 7-0 or 70-0, our boys are not going to give up. They're going to fight to the end.
Well, we look forward to this matchup, again, between the Knights and the Dragons. Warren 2-1. Franklin, their 3 losses coming from Harbor Creek, Fairview, and Eisenhower. This is their second home game of the season. And they've had one of those, actually, like normal schedules. Week away, week home, week away, week home. A lot of schools, who knows what's going on. Lots of times you're a couple weeks on the road, then maybe a couple weeks home. But they got every other one, so pretty consistent this year, Will.
Consistency is nice, and I believe from a player's perspective, a coach's perspective, training staff's perspective, seeing that consistency, it's okay, we got 1 at home, 1 on the road, 2 at home, 2 on the road. When you start kind of getting thrown around, you go on extensive road stretches or you have extensive home stretches. I think sometimes that can allow you to become either weary or complacent.
And I would say, especially the last 2 years, any sort of consistency is good. So take what you can get.
With this ongoing pandemic and the struggles and the constant fights that come along with it.
Yep. Oh, beautiful night. Still plenty of time to get to the game. It's at Franklin High School.
Absolutely. We got plenty of spots here in the bleachers, so if you're in the area, come and buy a ticket and support your local Franklin Knights. We would love to see you here.
Real quick, we want to thank our sponsors, French Creek Falls Safety, Griffin Phyllis Ford in Seneca, TGIF Solutions, Benigno Foot and Ankle, Anderson Physical Therapy, Gates and Burns Realty, Pennsylvania Hardwoods, Shago Real Estate, and Allegheny Toyota. Big thanks to all our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be here doing this, so we greatly appreciate it. Just about set to go here. Team captains meeting, just to go over the rules, figure out who's going to receive. All that fun stuff, Will.
Absolutely. As we are gearing up towards kickoff here.
Now, yes, is it a great night? Absolutely. Otherwise, it's perfect. Maybe not for football. It could be a little cooler, perhaps. It's kind of warm.
Oh, it could. I mean, 70 degrees, like you said, and it is humid. And the humidity, that's really what makes it worse.
We were at Oil City last night for the Oilers and the Sharon Tigers. And you had some cramping up going on, so we may see a little bit of that tonight.
Well, hopefully they'll stay hydrated. Got plenty of water, Gatorade down there on the field. Keep our boys hydrated.
That's right. Yeah, we're just about ready to go, Will, we're going to send it over to you for the play-by-play for tonight's action.
All right. Well, looks like Franklin is gearing up to kick off here. And number 96.
Even the kickoff. And we're ready for the Katsu riding kickoff.
And we are underway from Franklin, Pennsylvania, and into the end zone for a touchback. So the Warren Dragons will come out 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line to get things going here.
First series of the game will be offensively for the Warren Dragons. As Eric Dippold, that we mentioned, a 5'9", 175-pound sophomore, will lead the attack. Ball's finally placed to the 20. From the wishbone backfield.
All right, Dragons come out in a 3-back set. Dippold goes under center. Cole Dippold. It'll be a toss play. And he's up the middle to about the 25. Just beyond the 25, close to the 26. That's going to be about a 5, maybe a 6-yard pickup. Number 22, Tommy Nyquist on the carry. 6-yard gain officially, bring up a 2nd down and 4. Warren Dragons come out in an I formation. 1 wide receiver split out to the left, 1 out to the right. Quarterback takes a snap and he pitches it back out to Nyquist, who takes it around the right side. And he's up past the 40, knocked out of bounds. Finally at about the 42 or 43-yard line, that'll be enough for a Warren Dragon 1st down. So just a real nice run there. Nice blocking there for Warren. A good carry there for Tommy Nyquist. And as you see here on the replay, just a beautiful job offensively there for Warren.
Harasser and site players, coaches, BIAA officials, staff, or other spectators is prohibited. Such persons or persons.
Warren once again will come out in an I formation here. It's 1st and 10. Ball is at the 41-yard line. Cole Dippold will take a snap. He's back to pass. He's looking. And he's looking for number 2, Hunter Marsteller. Or no, I take that. I apologize. Sorry. Number 2, Caden Wright. Number 2, Caden Wright is incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10 for the Dragons. That's just a little bit short on that play.
So a beautiful pass attempt. Unfortunately, that was well covered there by Franklin Knight defender. Come out in a shotgun formation here. Got 2 wide receivers split out to the right, 2 out to the left. Quarterback Cole Dippold will take the snap, and he's got pressure. He does get the pass away, though, to avoid the sack. However, it is incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Incomplete to bring up 3rd down, so good defensive stand.
3rd down, 10.
So it's 3rd and 10 now. It's crunch time here for Warren. It's time for Franklin defense to really step it up. They've been putting some pressure on him early. Hopefully they can keep this up. You can tell that our boys, they are hungry for a win tonight. They're fighting hard. They're not going to give up. Warren will once again come out here in a shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers split out to the right. They got trips out to the left. But there is an early penalty flag. Looks like an illegal motion on Warren.
Back 5 yards. 3rd and 15.
Illegal motion officially against the Warren Dragons. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Bring up 3rd down and 15 from the 36-yard line.
11:06 to go in the first period.
Coach Turk talked about the slow starts. Looks like Franklin's on top of things tonight, trying to come out fast, upbeat, tempo.
They really are. And right now, the Franklin defense, they're standing up to him here early. They haven't allowed anything big yet. Cole Dippold will take the snap. And he's got a wide open man. He overthrows him. That was wide receiver number 9, Ben White. Incomplete. So that'll bring out 4th and 15 from the 36-yard line. And Warren will more than likely punt here.
Haven't allowed anything.
So a very good defensive stand here for our boys.
Oh, that was close, too.
Very close. Oh, my, look at that. Wow. Just barely out of reach. 4th and 15 here. Warren back to punt from the 36-yard line. Back to punt is number 11, Carter Pascuzzi. And that's a bit of a shank punt, so Franklin is going to come out with excellent field position at the 45-yard line. So it's Franklin Knight football from their own 45-yard line. We've got 10 minutes and 56 seconds to play here in the first quarter, and we're still scoreless as Franklin gets the ball for their first drive. So Buckley goes under center. He takes the snap. And a handoff up the middle, and he fights forward, and he's only going to get a couple of yards out of it. Was for Franklin, that was number 43, Carson Weibel. Quarterback Cole Buckley will once again go under center here. It's 2nd down and 8 from the 47. Number 10 will go in motion. He'll take the pitch around the right side, and he's going to be met almost immediately. That'll take him back to around the original line of scrimmage, the 45-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 45. So a tough early 3rd down here coming up for the Franklin Knights. But like Coach Turk said earlier, though, these boys got grit. I mean, they're fighting hard. So 3rd and 10 here at 45. Cole Buckley goes under center. And he'll take the snap. He'll roll left. And he's being rushed. He looks like he's going to be brought down. And they'll bring him down back at about the 43. So that'll be a loss of about 2 on the play. Bring up a 4th down and 12 from their own 43-yard line. And unfortunately, that will lead to a Franklin Knight punt.
Looked like maybe he was going to escape that, Will, but Warren did a good job sticking with him.
He really did. I mean, he got around the outside, and I thought maybe he was going to break a ball carrier or two and get upfield there, but unfortunately that just wasn't the case. So we're still scoreless here with 8 minutes and 56 seconds to play. It's 4th down and 12. And, it's going to be a fake. It looked like it was going to be a fake punt, but he did actually decide to punt it. And what an excellent punt, an excellent bounce down inside the 15-yard line. Just an absolutely beautiful punt there to pin Warren deep inside their own territory. So Warren will take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. At the 12-yard line, excuse me.
Knights on defense, Warren on offense.
So the Warren Dragons come out 1st and 10. Looks like they're coming out of a shotgun formation here. Got 2 wide receivers split out to the left and 1 out to the right. And handoff will go up the middle. That was number 22, Tommy Nyquist, on the handoff. He'll take it up to about the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 3. Bring up a 2nd and about 7. So good play there defensively by the Franklin Knights. Early on, we are seeing some aggressive defensive play here by Franklin. Once again, Warren comes out in shotgun formation. Handoff will once again go to Nyquist. He'll take it up the middle to about the 17 or the 18. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 18-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Nyquist, a 5'8" sophomore. So he'll have a few years to keep building his legend,
Build his legend and develop his game.
Yes.
So Warren's going to come out here in a shotgun formation. Once again on third down, they're 1 of 2 on third down here early. But we got flags coming in here.
Illegal procedure against the Warren Dragons.
Once again, we're going to have illegal motion against the Warren Dragons. That'll push them back 5 yards to the 13-yard line, so it'll be third down and 9 for Warren from their own 13.
Well, we've been talking a lot about just the amount of games being scheduled Thursdays, Friday, Saturday, just due to lack of officials. If you have any interest whatsoever, get a hold of District 10. They'll point you in the right direction. They could use people, not just for football, but soccer, volleyball, across the board. They could use some officials.
Absolutely, they can. And a beautiful pass. And he's wide open. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10, the 5. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown. And that was number 9, Ben White. What an absolutely gorgeous pass there from Eric Dippold to Ben White. Just perfect placement. Gorgeous play. And the Dragons put up the early touchdown. 6-0 with 6:51 to play here in the first quarter. So the Franklin Knights, they really had a great defensive stand going there, and then third down and 9 from their own 13, and unfortunately they buckle under the pressure. But we're giving these boys credit. They're fighting hard. They're going to keep fighting. And that's he'll shank the kick, so unfortunately that will be no good. Dragons will hold to a 6-0 lead. 6:51 to play in the first quarter.
Let's go back to that pass there, Will. Now that's not it. Hold on. Whoop.
Just a beautiful, beautiful pass. And just an absolute frozen rope. And the defender was right there. He was right there with him.
Yeah.
I mean, that was...
Wyatt Bell will be back to receive for Franklin.
It's definitely a case of a quarterback putting the ball in a position where either his receiver is going to catch it or nobody's going to catch it. Product placement.
That's right. 6:51 here in the first quarter as the Dragons go up 6-0.
And the Warren Dragons are lining up to kick it off here.
Warren Dragons on the board with 6:51 to go in the first period. Welcome back to the G-Rex Wireless Broadcast.
And it's Cody Vega lining up to kick it off, number 25. It's a little squib kick.
Short kick.
And Franklin did a good job. Instead of getting cute with it, just grab it and secure it.
Just fall on it.
Yep.
I really enjoyed that. He didn't try to shake and bake. He didn't try to do anything fancy. He just fell on it. And they have excellent field position too. They're at the 40-yard line to start. So you can't ask for better field position. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Franklin Knights here at their own 40-yard line. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in quarter one. Franklin Knights are going to come out in a shotgun formation.
The Knights with their second position from the shotgun.
Man in motion to the left.
And now we have motion on the Knights.
Flag on the
That
flag.
was Jackson Ewing, number 28. But we do have a flag on the play. It looks like illegal motion against Franklin. And that'll push him back 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 35.
Substitution infraction is the call. It'll be
on the
a
field too. They didn't see it from here, but
5-yard penalty back to the 35.
So you don't need that whenever you're struggling through to begin with, and then
The first 15 ball to 35.
The Knights. I think number 11 is late getting in.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for Franklin here
15 for the Knights.
as they come up to try it once again.
Again, Buckley will go from the shotgun as Wyler said alongside.
Be a shotgun formation.
Nobody really set wide.
Man in motion to the left is number 28. And Buckley takes it, and it's going to be a keeper. around the left side, and he's going to get maybe a yard out of it. Looked like maybe he was going to break free there and get upfield, but once again, we just see excellent blocking from the Warren defense. So once again, Franklin quarterback number 5, Cole Buckley, goes under center. Single back formation. Man goes in motion, but he'll take it out to the right side. And there he goes. Gets past the 35. Tackled, though, around the 37. So he'll get about a 2-yard gain out of it. It'll be 3rd and 13 from the 37-yard line. Our boys have just got to find a way to keep our quarterback better protected, because right now they're just killing him. That pass rush is just killing him. That battle in the trenches, that's where it all starts. So 3rd and 13 from the 37 with 5:28 to go here in the first quarter. Buckley rolls left. And he's looking, and wasn't able to find anybody downfield. Looked like he was going to set and pass there, but they got to him and they brought him down back around the 35 or the 36. Yeah, they're going to mark it officially at the 36, so it'll be 4th down and 14. Once again, just a very tough drive. It comes down to that battle in the trenches, Luke. It's that battle in the trenches. It's offensive line versus defensive line.
That would have been a tough throw anyways, throwing right, running left across the body. That's tough to
You have to having to turn your body to set and throw. And it looks like we have another. Was that illegal move?
It looked like an illegal substitution.
Oh, it was an illegal substitution. Illegal substitution against Franklin. That'll be 5 yards. That'll back him up to the 31. So it'll be 4th and 19.
Didn't see that either.
So back to punt. For Franklin is number 86. And that's a pretty good punt there, actually. And ball's down to the 36-yard line. So all things considered, that was not a bad punt at all.
It's the second time we've seen him kind of scramble there. And
looks like he might take off. And
yeah.
He just decided to punt. So, Luke, here early on, what are some of the things that you've noticed that maybe Franklin needs to work on, maybe Warren needs to work on? What are you seeing?
Well, honestly, this is the first chance I've really had to watch both teams this year. I personally, we cover other schools right now, and just based off conversations with the coach and what I've seen from the first 3 weeks, the little bit I've seen, I was impressed with Franklin's quick start tonight. They just seemed aggressive and fired up instead of sort of, getting that way by the second half. It seemed like they came out defensively and started strong. So hopefully that'll continue, and that will create a spark for the offense, or at least give them time to get things started for on the offensive side. But we'll just see how things go. I mean, there was a nice throw from Warren there again, so Franklin's going to have to certainly get that figured out. But other than that, defensively, I've been happy with the quickness of their start. Hopefully, again, they can keep that going through the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Defensively against the run, I mean, they've done a real good job at bottling up Nyquist, number 22 for Warren there. But it's that the passing game that's what's killing them right now. Nyquist around the corner. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Makes a cut to the left, and he is in for the Warren Dragon touchdown.
Pitches it to Nyquist. Nyquist in on the touchdown.
So just a good toss there. We had some nice foot movement there from Nyquist. A little shake and bake there. Some good blocking, and the Warren Dragons are back on the board. And the Warren Dragons, they have their offense in there. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. So it'll be Dippold, quarterback number 4. He'll go under center. And snap to the fullback.
Hand off to number 35, Sam Harvey.
That was Sam Harvey there, the fullback. 5'9", 185-pounder, and I tell you what, Luke, he used all 185 pounds, every pound, to grind and pound that ball into the end zone there for that 2-point conversion. I mean, just a beautiful play.
A lot of open field there.
That's your light for the night.
Dave sharing his light. I'll thank the crew in the press box here tonight.
Absolutely.
4:08 to go here in this first quarter. Knights trail the Dragons 14-0.
We knew coming in that this was going to be a tough game, but Franklin has showed a lot of grit, and we know our boys are going to keep fighting. A couple of minor setbacks early on, but that's not going to keep them out of this. So a decent kick. Oh, it's muffed there, actually. Dropped initially there by number 13 for Franklin. That was Wyatt Bell.
Wyatt Bell on the return for Franklin, brought down by...
And he'll be brought down just outside the 25 at about the 20, about the 22 or the 23. So officially the ball's at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Franklin Knights. Franklin once again coming out in a single back formation. Man in motion to the right is number 10. And a handoff up the middle. That was number 40. That was number 43, Carson Weibel. And he'll pick up about 3 on the play. That'll be a 2nd down and 7 now from the 26-yard line. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. Warren Dragons have a 14-0 lead here. And Buckley once again will go under center. He'll take the snap. He drops back the pass under pressure. But here he comes, and he moves, makes a cut, and he gets out past the 25, down to about the 28-yard line. Actually, they're going to call it the 29-yard line. So it picks up 3 more. That'll bring up a 3rd and a manageable 4. The 29-yard line. And I tell you, that Warren pass rush, that just continues to be a force to be reckoned with. So Cole Buckley, the quarterback, will go under center. Number 28 goes into motion. That's Jackson Ewing. And Lee Weibel. And takes it around the right side. That'll be more than enough for a Franklin Knight 1st down. Absolutely beautiful carry there. Gain of 9 there. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Franklin Knights at the 38-yard line. Here as we check out this replay, just a beautiful run there by number 43, Carson Weibel. He's a senior, 5'11", 195. He's a stocky kid. And he's going to once again, pitch will go out to Weibel, and he's actually going to be dropped in the backfield. They're going to lose about 4, maybe 5 yards. Officially a loss of 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 15 for the Franklin Knights from their own 33-yard line here.
About 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. If you're joining us for the first time tonight, welcome. Greatly appreciate it. Franklin Knight football here.
Cole Buckley rolls right. The throw. And he does complete the pass. That was completed to number 13, Wyatt Bell. and he'll take that to about the 41-yard line. So a nice gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 from the 41. Thank you, Luke, for having me. I'm honored to be here tonight.
Yeah, we'll get to know you here at halftime. How's that sound?
Sounds good. So once again, Franklin will come out here in a single back formation. Buckley will take the snap. He's going to roll left. And sets and he throws it. And he has a man wide open. And into the hands of one man and into the hands of another. What a beautiful catch. And that is more than enough for a Franklinite first down. Gorgeous play. What a gorgeous play.
First 10 ball at the 35.
The Dragon 35-yard line. So that's what the Knights need. A little bit of luck to get this thing moving.
Here it is again, Will.
Good pass that time. But, wow.
Here on the replay here, he rolls left. He's feeling the pressure. You can see that he's got people, he's got a Warren player in his face. Gets the pass off, and then right there, it's number 10, Hunter Marsteller on the catch. Oh, and he's still on his feet. There it goes. It's inside the 10, the 5, and it's a touchdown for number 43, Carson Weibel. What a gorgeous play for the Franklin Knight touchdown.
Beautiful run by Carson Weibel. Looks like he was trapped in the zone over there. Broke the tackle. He takes it 35.
And just like that, your hometown Franklin Knights are on the scoreboard on a gorgeous, gorgeous play there. It's number 43, the senior Carson Weibel.
Will attempt the extra point for the Knights. What a run by Carson Weibel.
And Franklin comes in to attempt the extra point here. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it's good. So just like that, we have ourselves a football game down here in Franklin. The Warren Dragons 14, Franklin Knights 7. If you're in the area, come on down, purchase a ticket, come up here in these stands, support your local Franklin Knights.
Look at the top of your screen. That is just seeing the end zone and saying, I'm getting there. That's tough football right there.
That is grit. You're looking the end zone dead in the eye and saying, no matter what,
yeah,
that's where I'm going. That's my home. That's my destination. I'm getting there. And boy, did he get there.
Minute 15 to go here in the first quarter of play. Franklin putting 7 on the board.
I'm taking back to that conversation, Luke, between you and Coach Turk when Coach Turk said they have grit. And this whole entire first quarter, we've seen Franklin come out and show that grit.
Yeah.
Just that toughness, that desire, that hunger.
Again, there seemed to be a spark that the first defensive stand from Franklin. They were ready to go. And that was great to see.
A couple of setbacks. There was a couple of miscues there with the long touchdown pass and then the touchdown run. But now, he's got some room on the taking the kickoff beyond the 40, out of bounds at about the 43. Or no, actually, they're going to mark him out at the 40.
40-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for Warren.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warren Dragons from their own 40-yard line.
That's what you don't want to see happen once you put 7 on the board, is give them another chance for a quick score and end the quarter that way. You
put up another 6.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And once you gain that spark, because in the game of football, momentum, it's like a pendulum. It swings back and forth. And if you can get the momentum on your side and keep it on your side, a lot of times that momentum can carry you. And that's exactly what these boys need, what our boys need. They need that momentum to carry them. And just a beautiful, beautiful toss play. And that was a huge run there for Warren. It was number 14 for Warren, Ethan Sens.
There's a flag on the play, it looks like.
But there does appear to be a flag, though. Looks like this is coming back. Actually, it's a holding call against Warren.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty.
So that'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That'll bring it back to
the 26-yard line.
The 26-yard line. So it'll be first down and 24 here for the Warren Dragons. Dragons will come out here in a pistol formation. And he'll take it. He'll pitch it back. That sends around the left side. And he'll finally be pushed out of bounds at about the 37 or the 38-yard line.
Ball will be placed at the 34-yard line.
Or 34-yard line, excuse me.
8-yard gain, so it's now second down and 16.
Nice gain there. He got about a third of what he needed. About 8 yards, so it'll bring up second down and 16. Ball is at the 34-yard line. We've got 39 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 14-7. That's a game here.
Then White comes wide to the right. It's interesting. They've had success with him going to the left. So see what happens here.
So Warren once again comes out in the pistol.
Step behind him.
Quarterback will take it. He'll fake it. And it's a pass. And it's intercepted! Intercepted by number 13. Wyatt Bell, the 5'9", 140-pound sophomore Wyatt Bell. What a beautiful interception. It'll be first and 10 for the Franklin Knights. Gorgeous defensive play.
Fakes the pitch, throws the pass, boom.
He was right there. He looked it in. Didn't over-anticipate it.
Kept an eye on it the whole time, too, while sticking with his man.
He did. He absolutely did. A veteran play from a young player.
Yeah, well done.
So Franklin will take over here at their own 35-yard line. First and 10. Quarterback will go under center. Number 10 in motion to the right. Looks like they're going to run the option. Pitch back to number 10, Hunter Marsteller. Takes it around the right side, and he'll be brought down at about the original line of scrimmage. So officially no gain on the play. Bring up a second down and 10.
And that's how they'll wrap up the first quarter of play. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. This is Franklin Knight football on Stream TV. We'll be back right after this.
Aquatic therapy, available at Anderson Physical Therapy in Franklin. The therapeutic properties of water combined with the skill and specialized training of our therapists can help you to improve your mobility and function. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy. Choose Anderson's for post-operative rehabilitation, sports injuries, spine conditions, neurological conditions, and more. Anderson Physical Therapy is here for you. Located at the Franklin YMCA on West Park Street in Franklin, we're Anderson Physical Therapy.
For years, Gates & Burns Realty has been helping people find the homes of their dreams. Whether you are buying, selling, or renting a home, it's never been easier with our experienced staff. Stop by our offices in Oil City, Franklin, or Clarion. Visit us online at gatesandburnsrealestate.com. Let us show you the way home. Gates & Burns Realty, serving the oil region since 1889.
And welcome back to Franklin High School. The score here as we start the second quarter of play. The Dragons up over the Knights 14-7. Knights with their comeback start towards the end of the first quarter, but certainly provided a nice boost of energy.
Absolutely. I mean, they had that gorgeous drive for a touchdown. Then on the ensuing Warren drive, there was the interception. So now Franklin takes over here. They've got a second down and 10, their own 35-yard line.
From the I formation this time.
It'll be a pitch out to number 13, Wyatt Bell. Takes it around the left side. And he's beyond the 35 to about the 37 or 38. So he will get a couple yards out of that play.
A couple of yards there.
Third down and 8 for the Knights.
We were talking before coming on, Will, just how great it is to just be enjoying high school football or high school sports again. You know, last year was so different, at least at the start of the fall sports season. Crowds were very limited, if any at all. This year, you know, the fans are back, the cheerleaders, the band. It has just been fantastic. And there's nothing like being at a high school sporting event. There's just something great about it, and it's just exciting to be back.
There's definitely an electricity that is in the air, and it's an electricity that you don't feel anywhere else. Another beautiful play here from Franklin, resulting in another Franklin Knight first down. And it's just like we were talking earlier, Luke, about the spark and the grit.
Yeah.
And our boys, they're showing it right now. They're showing that spark. They're showing that grit.
You hear a lot about the pro situation last year with no fans and how this year they're just so excited to have that energy back at stadiums from college to pro. Well, yeah, even at the high school level, these guys need to hear that, get that energy from the crowd.
It makes a difference. It really does. So it'll pitch back to number 28, Jackson Ewing. He'll take it around the left side. And he will be dropped right around the midfield stripe. That'll result in a loss of 2. It'll bring up a second down and 12 from midfield.
Loss 2, ball at the 50, second and 12.
So wide bell brings into play. Devin Hyde comes out. Second and 12.
So the Franklin Knights will come out of the huddle here. Any single back formation. Weibel is the lone back. In motion to the right is Ewing. And Weibel will take it up the middle. A gorgeous carry as he fights for a gain of about 4. And Weibel's down. Uh-oh. He's down and he could be shook up. Nope, he looks okay. He's able to walk off the field under his own power. A little bit of a scare there, but he's okay.
A warm night here in Franklin. It was warm last night. We did the Oil City sharing game. A lot of cramping up, and
we might see some more of that tonight. Hopefully not.
Yeah, kind of humid.
Buckley's going to roll left here, and he's going to keep the ball. He's actually going to get it about 3 or 4 out of it. Knocked out of bounds at about the 40, either 46 or 47. See where they spot it here.
Coach Turk has timeout called.
I believe a timeout was called by the Franklin Knights.
We'll take a 60-second break here on 96.
So quick timeout here. The start of the second quarter, about 10:07 on the clock. Dragons up 14-7. Well, you've always been a fan of high school football. What makes it so special for you?
For me, I would say just the energy. The energy, the unity, the players, the crowd, the coaches, everybody coming together, being able to unite and rally behind something that is so much bigger and greater than yourself. There's nothing greater than being caught up in that moment.
Dragons making their way back out onto the field.
Ball at the 45. Fourth down and 7.
Coach Turk getting a few words in. Franklin back out. Again, 10:07 on the clock. 14-7. Knights striking late in that first quarter. Defense keeping them in it. Makes it a much more manageable situation, doesn't it, Will?
It does. And having the crowd on their side, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, actually, they're going to go for this here. 4th and 7. It'll be a pitch back. He's going to take it around the right side. Oh, and he'll get about a yard, maybe 2 out of it. Fortunately, it's not going to be enough that will result in a turnover on downs. So the Warren Dragons will take over 1st and 10.
First down and 10 now for Warren.
And they're going to spot it at the 44-yard line.
At the 44.
What's that say for their belief in the defense?
They definitely believe in their defense. They have undeniable faith that their defense is going to hold. They also had a lot of faith, too, in their offense, I believe. And like we were talking about earlier with the grit and the fire, the passion, the determination that they've been showing against a well-rounded Warren Dragon team. I mean, Warren is definitely not they're not a team to count out. You can't look down on Warren. You can't count them out of any situation. So we have an injury timeout on the field here.
I'm this little guy, Tim.
Coming up at halftime, we'll bring you the sights and sounds of the Franklin Knights Marching Band. Again, one of those other elements missed last year, listening to the high school bands. Oil City just hosted a big band event last weekend. If you get a chance, it's on Oil City Athletics YouTube channel. But a number of area schools sending their bands to take part in it, and it's just a phenomenal job. So if you get the opportunity, go and check it out. But we'll bring you the sights and sounds of the Franklin Knight Marching Band here at halftime, which is about 10 minutes away.
10 minutes of game time, that is.
That is, yes.
There's actually 10 minutes exactly to go on the clock here in the second quarter. Score still 14-7. The Dragons leading it. Dragons have taken over here. 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Again, Franklin with a turnover on downs on that last drive. Showed some promise, and then just at the end, it just kind of ran out of gas. And it looks like a power I formation here. Toss back to number 14. That is Ethan Sens. He'll take it around the right side. He is still on his feet. Finally be brought down at about the 35-yard line, but that is more than enough for a Warren Dragon first down.
First down for Warren.
So we saw a little bit of a breakdown there from the Franklin defense. I don't know if they were expecting that.
Yeah, a chance to sort of stop them more in the backfield.
And the offensive line, they're just creating a huge gap. Nyquist is still on his feet. It's down inside the 15, down around about the 12. So another first down for Warren. And right now, Warren's in the red zone. They're knocking on the door. It's time for our boys to step it up here.
First down and 10.
In need of a serious defensive stand here. And Warren, they're just they're going with a hurry up style offense here. Nyquist around the right side, and it looks like he is in the end zone. And the official is signaling touchdown. So just like that, the Warren Dragons are back on the board. It's now 20-7. Warren leads it. Officially, we have 9:26 to go here in the first half.
9:26 left in the second quarter.
Warren now up 20-7, and we'll go for the extra point. So Franklin did not punt on 4th down.
So Warren, they went for 2 the last time they scored. This time, however, they will send out the kicker. Here it'll be number 14, Ethan Sens.
Yeah, flubbed the first extra point.
Let's see how he does on this one. And it's a floater. It's right down the middle.
And the scores now, Warren 21, Franklin.
So just like that, we've got a 21-7 football game here. And really, Franklin had a promising drive going. That just, it ended up fizzling out there at the end. And then, I don't know, it's like a switch flipped. Warren gets the ball. We have that injury timeout. They come back out on the field. And then they just march it right down the field on our boys. It's almost as if they got hit, just like they weren't expecting it. Like they're just caught off guard.
And I would imagine between quarters, some adjustments were made for on the Warren side. So we'll see what kind of adjustments Franklin can make here as they come out, and hopefully put another score on the board here.
Strike back.
Yeah.
While the iron's hot, as they say.
That's right. I'm not allowed to iron because I always burn myself.
Ugh.
I'm joking.
I figured as much. It's all good.
Great night for football, though.
It is gorgeous.
Short kick.
And he'll just fall on it about the 46-yard line. But just to add on to that, though, Luke, any night is a great night for football. And any night is a great night for Franklin night football.
Well, this is their last Saturday game, so back to Friday nights for Franklin. They've had 2 already this season. This is only week 4. They kicked off the season on a Saturday night against Harbor Creek. So Franklin has had 2 Saturday night games, but back on the Friday night schedule.
Something to be said about Saturday night lights versus Friday night lights.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Buckley back to pass, and incomplete. That was intended for number 11, Devin Haig. So
yeah, quick release. Looks like that could have been a good play. Here's the replay of it.
Oh.
Again, a very quick release. Just missing.
Not just a quick release, but an accurate pass, too.
Yeah.
That was definitely a nicely thrown ball there. The Knights come out in a single back formation. Buckley will go under center. He'll take the snap. And it'll be a handoff to Weibel, who will fight up the middle. He'll get up to about the midfield stripe. Looks like he might be just shy of the midfield stripe, actually. Yeah, they're going to spot him back at the 49-yard line. But just a nice, beautiful carry there by Weibel up the middle. So gain of 4 there. Weibel is definitely a ground and pound type of runner. He's the kind of guy that you want to wear down a defense, kind of lull a defense to sleep. So Buckley comes out here in a shotgun formation. And the pass is complete to Marsteller, but he is swarmed by an ocean of white and blue. And he will lose about 2 yards on the play. Yard or 2 on the play, so it'll be 4th down and 7. And the Franklin Knights have the ball at their own 48-yard line. And it looks like Coach Sturck's throwing all cards on the table. He's going all in. He's going to go for it. 4th down and 7. Weibel, the lone back, Buckley under center. He'll take the snap. He'll roll around the left side. He's looking for a man. And he's just swarmed once again, just under pressure. So much pressure coming from that Warren defense. And they're going to bring him down. He's going to lose about 3 yards on the play.
Warren takes over at the Franklin 44, 1st and 10.
And unfortunately, Franklin will have another turnover on downs. The Warren Dragons will take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. So the Dragons will come out in a power I formation here. And he'll take the snap, toss it to Nyquist, who'll take it around the right side, and he's still on his feet, still fighting forward. And they finally bring him down at about the 29-yard line. That is more than enough for a Warren Dragon 1st down.
And takes it down to the 30 for another Clifford's Carpets 1st down for the Warren Dragons. Boy, they run beautifully inside that formation.
So right now our boys are they're struggling. I mean, they're I don't know. It seems like the air has just been let out of their tank, so to speak. But it's 1st and 10 here. Hand off to Zenz. Takes it up the middle. And he'll be dropped after a nice gain. That was about 5 or 6 there.
Timeout second for Warren.
And Warren takes the timeout. With that, we'll take a 60-second
down.
They're on next 90 seconds.
All right, timeout by Warren here.
Exactly 7 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter of play. Mentioned the marching band performing at halftime. We'll be bringing that to you here tonight.
It's definitely nice to be back in full capacity.
Yes.
With the boosters and everything. the fans, the marching band.
The concessions, Will. The concessions.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Definitely concessions.
Popcorn and pizza and all that good stuff.
Pepperoni rolls, yeah, hot dogs.
Bounce around to different sporting events throughout the week and kind of take it all in.
Because we have baseball that's kind of winding down, and then football's in full force. Basketball's going to be starting up before we know it.
Easy.
Hey, it's sports. It's sports season. So
yeah. Well, fall sports, obviously football, cross country, golf. And a touchdown.
And just a gorgeous pass play there from Eric Dippold to Ben White for the Warren Dragon touchdown. Uncovered, just wide open there. And just like that, the Warren Dragons once again in the end zone, back up on the board. 27-7 here. We've got 6:56 to go in the second quarter.
So now we know why they called a timeout.
Number 14, Ethan Sens will be in to attempt the extra point here for Warren.
They pulled the bag of tricks on. Ben White is open 15 yards behind the nearest defender. Sens in for the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up.
And, he's going to shank that one. Going to be short, no good.
Kind of looks like the first time.
Just a little floater. Like,
yeah.
Maybe like he got underneath it a little too much, or.
27-7.
Yeah, that'll lead the score 27-7. So Luke, I don't know if you've noticed, but the one thing that I've noticed, like these last couple of drives, specifically, it's almost as if Franklin has just kind of had the air just kind of let out of them, almost like they're beginning to grow a little complacent, like they're just maybe starting to prematurely give up the ghost. And that's something that we certainly don't want to see, because these boys do have grit and they do have fire and they do have fight, and they're going to need every bit of that into the second half. So I know if I'm Coach Turk, I'm getting down there and I'm firing those boys up. I'm reminding them of who they are and what they can be.
Really, it could be the difference of making a great play to kind of reignite that fire again. So
maybe a big pass.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll
or a big defensive stand, or something, just kind of like what we saw at the very beginning.
Another short kick.
May very well be what we need.
20-yard line picked up by Bell. Comes around right side.
Nice kick there, picked up by Bell. He'll be dropped just beyond the 25-yard line. And that's where the Franklin Knights will take over, 1st and 10.
Ball be placed at the 26-yard line of the 1st and 10 Frank.
So it is an absolutely gorgeous Saturday night for football.
That'll be the 27th.
Week 4 of the high school football season.
Franklin, one of those schools, fortunate enough to play so far every week.
Consistently.
Yeah.
They have not had to
no COVID protocols or anything.
Game. So it'll be Hunter Marsteller in at quarterback.
Looking to throw.
And
Marsteller at quarterback and driven out of bounds.
Warren, another one of those schools too.
And they haven't. Warren hasn't had to cancel or change their schedule at all. I don't think. They've been blessed to be able to consistently keep their schedule.
The Knights were rolling offensively, got back in this ballgame 14-7, and then a couple of turnovers, not turnovers, but turnovers on downs.
So we have a change here at quarterback at Hunter Marsteller, who is in at quarterback now for Cole Buckley. Weibel, the lone back. Marsteller will roll back around the right side, and he'll be knocked out of bounds back at about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. officially the 22-yard line. That will go as a loss of about 4 on the play. So a tough third down here for the Franklin Knights. Be 3rd and 15. And right now they're deep inside their own territory. They're at the 22-yard line here. Searching for that spark, searching. Excuse me. Searching for that spark, searching for that big play. Marsteller back, and he'll take the snap out of the shotgun. He'll pass it, and he's got a man open. Oh, just a beautiful pass play, but well covered there by the Warren defense. And that will be incomplete. And that was actually quarterback Cole Buckley there. That was the intended receiver. So 4th and 15 here from their own 22-yard line. The Franklin Knights will opt to punt this time. Ben White back deep to receive here for the Warren Dragons. And he'll pick it up, actually. Goes and takes it around the right side. He's at midfield. Inside the 45, inside the 40. However, there is a penalty flag on the field, so this may be coming back. So a nice return there. Really good punt. Nice return there by Ben White. However, there is a flag on the field. We either have a holding call or an illegal block in the back here. Yeah, it'll be an illegal block in the back against Warren.
That pushes the ball back to where you get the ruling here.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
What a break for them. They're going to call from the 49. That play, Wilkinson was back at the 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Warren at their 39-yard line.
Now they marked it off from the 49, but they did. So Warren will get the ball at their own. Now they're going to mark off some more. So now it's back.
Correctly, the ball's back at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for Warren here after the penalty from their own 34-yard line. Dragons come out here in an I formation.
I think they got it all figured out, Will.
I hope they did. I don't know. They were just kind of maneuvering it all over the field. It's like, where are they going to march it off from? So. All right, so you take the snap here. Up the middle, and that's Nyquist. And that's about a 5, maybe a 6-yard gain there. So pretty decent run up the middle there for the Warren Dragons. Bring up 2nd down and 5. So we've got 5:56 to go here in the first half. Dragons have a 27-7 lead. This has really been a crazy first half. I mean, we've seen consistency and inconsistency all wrapped up in one, I guess. That's really the only way to say it. Quarterback take the snap. Back to Nyquist. Take it around the corner. He's down past the 50 to 45. Inside the 45. He'll be down at about the 43. And that'll be more than enough for a Warren Dragon first down. However, we do have an injury timeout on the field. Franklin player is down.
Well, here's a replay. Almost got him there.
Almost. Just out of reach.
.5:29 to go here in this first half of play. 27-7 the score. Yeah, well, going back to what you were saying, first quarter, Franklin hanging in there 4-7 or 14-7, the final after the first quarter. But this really has been Warren's quarter here, the second quarter. They've just pretty much dominated this entire time.
They have. They've opened up. I don't know. They've lit a spark. They've they're off to a boat race. I don't know. There's shot out of a cannon. There's so many ways to put it, and yet there's no way to put it. It's just something that you only see in a game of football.
Franklin's gambled a little bit too, going forward on 4th down and
showing some aggression.
Yeah,
showing some
absolutely.
faith in their players. Coach Turk definitely believes in his team. So quarterback takes a snap, and it'll be back to toss back to Nyquist. Up the middle. Nice spin move. He's down on the side of 20. Inside the 10. He's finally drugged down inside the 10. What a run by Nyquist. Wow.
quite a spin move in there, too.
Taken by Warren. The first and 10 ball.
This guy's real shifty. As we watch right here, boom. Spins past him and then shakes him off. And then right here for an extra 4 or 5 yards, cuts back. That was Cole Buckley there, the quarterback on the tackle.
We're going to put our senior tackle that's never played it down into this play, see if he can score a touchdown.
4:58 on the clock.
It looks like we have a timeout on the field.
Should have punted. He had a good punt. Why the hell he didn't punt? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not the coach.
No. But that's how you lose your players.
First and goal.
So it'll be first and goal here for Warren at the 9-yard line. Stipple will go under center. And Tommy Nyquist, the lone back. And it's going to be Dippled back to throw. He's got a man, and he just overthrows him there. Incomplete.
Right, the intended receiver.
Although there was tight coverage on him there, though, too.
This one didn't work. The last one was perfect, but this one did not. Brings up second and goal.
So after the incomplete pass there, it'll be second and goal now at the 9-yard line.
Second time tonight.
And right here on the replay here, gonna see this pass. Beautiful pass. Just slightly overthrown, and he did. I mean, he had a defender right there with him. So it'll be handoff to number 35. That is Sam Harvey up the middle. 5'9", 185-pound sophomore.
That's Sam Harvey. Sophomore gets it down to the 1-yard line. His first carry of the night.
We've got Sam Harvey on the carry. The second goal.
And he gets it right down to the goal line. I mean, you can't get any closer without scoring. So third down and goal to go from the goal line. Franklin Knights here looking for a defensive stand. I formation. And it'll be a give off to number 35, Sam Harvey, and he'll just walk it into the end zone for the Warren Dragon touchdown. And that'll make it the Warren Dragons 33 and our Franklin Knights 7.
For the extra point, unless they're going to run it. 2-point play. See here.
And they're keeping the offense out there on the field. They're going to go for this 2-point conversion here.
The last extra point, they shanked it. So kind of been a repeat pattern here for Warren.
It has. It has. Because we saw Warren get a touchdown, then they shanked the extra point. Then another touchdown. They made the extra point, the 2-point conversion.
2, yeah.
Excuse me. Then touchdown. They got the extra point. Touchdown. They missed the extra point, and now touchdown, and they're going for the 2-point conversion. And now we just saw a timeout. So I don't know. Maybe the coach is going to decide to kick it here. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, we will. I still think they'll go for 2, but we shall see.
They probably will.
Franklin High School Marching Band getting ready to come out here at halftime, about 4 minutes away from that.
I'm curious to see what the Franklin High School Marching Band has for us.
It's been great. Last night, Oil City took on Sharon. We were there to cover that, and they sounded incredible. Again, it's just been nice this year to have that element back to it. It's been nice to hear the cheerleaders, and they've all enjoyed being part of that Friday, or in this case Saturday night experience. So going for two.
And he's going for, and ooh. They're going to say no, he's short. He did not get it. So the score will remain Warren Dragons 33 and the Franklin Knights 7.
So the run is no good.
Again, even something like that, strong defensive stance can, create a little spark for you.
And that's what they need, especially right here before the half. I mean, we've still got over 4 minutes left on that clock. They got enough time. They can put a drive together here.
Well, we'll get Will's take on the first half at halftime. Maybe what the teams are discussing in the locker room.
Second half adjustments.
Yep. Kind of took the energy out of the crowd, too, a little bit. Maybe they can get riled back up and...
I don't know, maybe the Franklin High School Marching Band, when they come out for the halftime performance, get the fans back into it. Another short kick here. And that'll be fielded up around the 40-yard line.
They'll put it at the 40. In the first half, down 33-7. Take over at their own 41-yard line. It's already on the 40. First and 10 for the Knights at their own 40-yard line. So they have made it a 14-7 ball game. But the Dragons have scored 3 consecutive touchdowns on 3.
So Franklin Knights here with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the first half. Have the ball at their own 40-yard line. Be first down and 10. And it looks like Hunter Marsteller, still in at quarterback. Handoff will go to Weibel. He'll take it up the middle, and he'll get about 2, maybe 3 out of it.
2-yard gain, ball at the 42, second and 8.
So again, a 2 officially on the play there for Weibel. Bring up a second down and 8 for the Franklin Knights. Ball is at their own 42-yard line. Quarterback Marsteller will go under center. Weibel is the lone back. Marsteller will drop back the pass here. And he escapes the pressure and manages to get upfield for about a yard.
Third down and 8, ball at the 42, no gain on the play.
Actually, no, they're going to mark him down to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he did not gain anything on that play. So it'll be third down and 8 for the Franklin Knights here at the 42-yard line. So Marsteller will go under center. Weibel, the lone back. Back to pass is Marsteller. Beautiful pass play. Man wide open, and the pass is complete. It's like a 10, the 5, touchdown! And that was number 5, Cole Buckley, the sophomore quarterback. What a play for the Franklin Knights.
58-yard touchdown pass from Marsteller to Buckley.
Just a beautiful pass play there from Marsteller to Buckley. Just an absolute frozen rope down the left sideline. Gorgeous play. It doesn't get any better than that, Luke.
Yeah, here it is.
And he's back. He's under pressure.
Wow.
Looks like he's about to be sacked. He gets the pass off. He's well covered. Cole Buckley well covered. Comes down with it. And then it's off to the races, and he's in the end zone. Gorgeous play. And just like that, we have ourselves a 33-13 football game here. Extra point pending. We do have a timeout on the field, however.
I think Franklin wants to talk about what they want to do. Well, there you go. Kind of talked about that spark, right?
That one play, and there it was right there.
33-13. Both of Franklin's touchdowns coming late in their respective quarters. Scored late in the first quarter, scoring late here in the second quarter. So, maybe they can make some adjustments here at halftime and come out and get a couple of those going in the third and fourth quarters.
In the early going and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we still got a football game here. I mean, we still got the second half to go yet.
Absolutely.
Down to the concession area. All right.
Just like a wise man once said, ain't nothing over till it's over.
So Franklin will go for 2.
And Cole Buckley will be back under center here for the Franklin Knights. They're going to go for 2 here. Be motion man. He'll roll right, and he's going to keep it. Looks like he might. Oh, he throws it, and it's caught for the 2-point conversion. And that'll make the score the Warren Dragons 33 and the Franklin Knights 15. That was Cole Buckley to Hunter Marsteller there for the 2-point conversion. I come there around that right side, Luke. I thought maybe he might take off and keep it, but good decision. Very good decision to just throw it.
Yeah, I think he was running out of space, so good job just kind of keeping your eye out and seeing who was available.
Just improvising.
Yeah.
And improvisation, particularly for a QB who is a scrambler, especially such a young QB, that is such a great trait to have.
33-15 with 2:40 on the clock here in this first half of play.
What a game that we have had here, and it is a gorgeous night once again for football.
Great to see all the fans.
So Franklin will kick it off here. And it's a nice little squib kick up the middle. Oh, and he muffs the football. It'll be picked up by number 9, Ben White, and he is going to be dropped deep in his own territory, back at about the 18-yard line.
Warren will take over first and 10, ball at the 19.
Yeah, again, good pressure from Franklin. Really getting on top. Watch some of the matchups here in the upper screen. Some good hitting.
Good special teams play there by the Franklin defense, or by the Franklin special teams unit, sorry. So the Warren Dragons here will come out in an I formation. 2 receivers split out to the right, 1 to the left. Dipple will go under center. Take the snap and a pitch out, and it's a fumble. It's a fumble.
Fumble on the pitch. Sens recovers for Warren.
However, it will be picked up by number 14, Ethan Sens. So fumble there, but unfortunately, though, for the Warren team, they are able to recover there. However, they did lose a couple of yards on the play. So it is 2nd down and 11 officially at the 18-yard line. Got just under 2 minutes here, 1 minute 53 seconds officially. Play in the first half. Dipple will go under center again. It's an I formation. And he'll be back to throw. He rolls right, and he's going to be hit and sacked, and he fumbles it. Oh, but fortunately, though, a Warren player is there to fall on it. However, they are deep inside their own territory, down around the 5-yard line. And you know, Luke, this was the fire, this was the grit that we were talking about earlier that the Knights that Coach Turk said that they have. They have that fire. They have that grit. And it's showing here late in the first half. Just a series of good, solid defensive plays for the Franklin Knight defense. So we have another timeout on the field here with 1:28 to go.
They got him pretty deep, Will, and I'll go back to just stopping them from the extra point. Just defensively, that was great. Motivated, the defense, got them excited. Offense came out, fired things off, picked up a score, and now defensively, again, it just keeps building. So,
bottling them up, pushing them back. It's like that momentum, that pendulum that swings back and forth. Right now, the momentum is on Franklin's side, and they're riding it. So right here, it's 3rd down and 22. Dipple back out of the shotgun. He's looking to pass. What? Oh, broken up, nearly intercepted. But it'll just be incomplete there. Broken up by number 5, Cole Buckley.
Almost picked off.
Right here on the replay here, we'll see it. Right here. Oh, right there, yeah. Right there you have Wyatt Bell and Cole Buckley. Just a great defensive play. So it'll be 4th and 22 from their own 7-yard line. Dragons are back to punt. And we got a flag on the play here. Delay a game against Warren, so that'll be half the distance to the goal since they're down inside the 10.
That means he's going to be kicking deep in his end zone this time.
That'll be half the distance to the ball.
Minute 22 on the clock, Will. That's still a lot of time to do something here for Franklin.
It is, especially with Warren pinned as deep as they are. Depending on this ensuing punt here. And he's back to punt, and oh, that's a very short punt. Very, very, very short. So that'll be down inside the 35 at about the, let's say about the 36 or the 37-yard line. Or 35-yard line officially is where they're going to call it. So 1st and 10 for Franklin at the 35. They still got a minute 14 here. They've only got 35 yards to go, so this is ideal field position, ideal timing here right before the second half. They can score here. They can really, really make a case for the second half.
Sends Bell wide with the right. Now the Knights seem to be confused as they break the huddle.
So Marsteller still in at quarterback here for the Franklin Knights. Back to throw. He's looking. And he's under pressure. And he's still on his feet. And they're going to drop him at about the 37. Looks like it'll be a loss of about 2.
Ball back to the 37-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Franklin Knights here at their own 37-yard line. Franklin trying to put a late drive together here. We are now under a minute to go, 45 seconds to play in the first half here. Marsteller will take the snap. He'll drop back to pass. Rolling out to the right side, and he's got plenty of green in front of him. And there he goes, tucks in and runs. He's past the 30, 25, and out of bounds with 32.3 seconds left to play in the first half. Marsteller is out of bounds at what will be just short of a first down. Or no, they're going to call it a first down. So it's officially a 1st and 10 for the Franklin Knights. And they're going to spot the ball at the 25-yard line with 32.3 seconds to go in the first half of play. Just a beautiful play there. A great decision by Marsteller to pull that ball down and just tuck and run it. Marsteller goes under center. Takes the snap and he drops back to pass. And the pressure, unfortunately, is going to get to him. And he'll be dropped back at about the 30-yard line. So it'll be a loss of about 5. They're rushing to the line here, trying to get a spike in. They're out of timeouts.
And they spike the ball.
And they do get the spike off, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 15 from the 30-yard line here with 16 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So he has to come out of that. He has to go into the shotgun.
3rd down and 15.
Franklin finds themselves in an ideal position here. With just 16 seconds to go before halftime, they are positioned to bring this game within 2 scores.
Here we go. Break the huddle. Once again. Now he goes into the shotgun.
Marsteller will drop back into the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll drop back. He's looking.
Being rushed again.
He's under pressure again. And he's got plenty of room in front of him. And there he goes. He's going to run with it. He's inside the 15, out of bounds. And we've still got 6.8 seconds on the clock. So with time enough for one more play, the Franklin Knights have a 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line. They're down in the red zone, knocking on the door here, looking for a late score.
And Fennyworth out for the field goal attempt.
And all right, looks like Coach Turk here is going to call for a field goal. Be about a 32-yard field goal attempt here. The snap is good. The ball is down. The hold is good. And it's... it had the distance. Unfortunately, it will go wide left. So with 2.8 seconds to go in quarter number 2 here, the score remains the Warren Dragons 33 and the Franklin Knights 15.
1st and 10, ball at the 15.
2.8 seconds to go, and I think the Warren Dragons might just drop on this ball. That was a disastrous series they just came off of. So at their own 15-yard line, 1st down and 10. Don't forget Tim Shaw coming up with the Clay Tech Trucking halftime report. A lot of college scores. Saturday high school.
So with just 2.8 seconds here, Warren's probably just going to sit on this here. They're probably just going to take a quick knee and run it to the half. Actually, they may not. They're coming out of a shotgun formation.
Warren comes out in the shotgun, so here we go.
I might be looking for something big here.
4 wide receivers.
Yeah, he's back to pass. And it'll be a short pass to Nyquist. And Nyquist takes it. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. Nyquist is at the 40. Still on his feet. Shakes off a tackler. He's still on his feet. Nyquist at the 20. The 10. He's inside the 5. Nyquist is all the way in the end zone for a Warren Dragon touchdown. Can you believe this? But we do have a flag on the play, though. This may be coming back. But what a play by Tommy Nyquist.
On his way to the end zone, an 80-yard touchdown run is going to be brought back, I believe, after a penalty on the Franklin Knight, or on the Warren Dragons. Let's see what it is here. Officials.
And it does look like this ball may be coming back.
Franklin Knight said it's on Warren, but the way the officials are talking, I'm not so sure. See what the referee says here.
And it's going to be a holding call or a block attack, one or the other, against Warren.
Hey, it is a holding call here against Warren. So that little dump-off pass to Tommy Nyquist, 85 yards. They're from Eric Dippold to Tommy Nyquist. That's going to come back.
It's a free play here at the 42-yard line. No time left on the clock. It's an offensive penalty, so they will get, I believe.
The clock right now is officially showing 0. And with the penalty being on Warren, that should automatically default us into halftime.
That's correct.
So it's defense. Yeah, if this was a defensive penalty, then they would have declined and it would have been a touchdown. However, with it being an offensive penalty.
Holding against Warren.
That's the end of the half.
And that's the end of the half.
With the score.
All right, it's officially the end of the first half. The Franklin Knights 33, or the Warren Dragons 33, and the Franklin Knights 15.
Our score is 33.
And we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Mark Slodecker. At Allegheny Toyota, you may have noticed we still don't have a lot of vehicles on the lot. That's because we're selling them before they even get off the truck.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Toyota, your best bet is to stop in and sit down with us. We can let you know what we have being delivered, or if you know what you want to purchase, we can help you get that scheduled too.
We're working hard to get the vehicles you want, so if you don't see it, that doesn't mean we can't get it. We have vehicles arriving weekly here, and we're Allegheny Toyota in Franklin.
For years, Gates & Burns Realty has been helping people find the homes of their dreams. Whether you are buying, selling, or renting a home, it's never been easier with our experienced staff. Stop by our offices in Oil City, Franklin, or Clarion. Visit us online at gatesandburnsrealestate.com. Let us show you the way home. Gates & Burns Realty, serving the oil region since 1889.
Aquatic therapy, available at Anderson Physical Therapy in Franklin. The therapeutic properties of water combined with the skill and specialized training of our therapists can help you to improve your mobility and function. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy. Choose Anderson's for post-operative rehabilitation, sports injuries, spine conditions, neurological conditions, and more. Anderson Physical Therapy is here for you. Located at the Franklin YMCA on West Park Street in Franklin, we're Anderson Physical Therapy.
And welcome to the Venango Foot and Ankle halftime show. We're going to bring you the sights and sounds of the high school, Franklin Knight High School Marching Band.
The Franklin High School Black Knight Marching Band closes tonight's show by bringing back the music of that crazy Korean. It's time to go Gangnam Style with Psy.
Very well done. 6:38 to go. It's halftime here at Franklin. Second half action is coming up shortly. We'll recap the first half of play right after this. This is the Venango Foot and Ankle Halftime Show.
For over 50 years, our agencies have been a part of your community, helping hundreds of your neighbors find the insurance coverage that's right for them. We use a personalized approach to help you understand insurance, know if your current policy is right, and if not, easily switch to coverage that is customized for your life and budget. We offer auto, home, life, business, commercial, RVs, motorcycles, and more. We even offer insurance for your pets through Nationwide. You deserve insurance coverage that meets your needs now and in the future. Visit us online or give us a call at 814-677-4084.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell a house, land, farm, or commercial property in and around Titusville, Franklin, Oil City, and surrounding areas, you've come to the right place. ShagoRealEstate.com. 25 plus years of real estate sales meets state-of-the-art technology. We use 3D imaging to produce 3D virtual tours used on social media and MLS virtual tour links. And we're also a U-Haul neighborhood dealer. We're Shago Real Estate LLC.
Griffin Phyllis Ford in Seneca offers great customer service along with a legendary lineup of Ford vehicles like the F-150, the Escape, the Explorer, and now the Bronco. The Ford brand is defined by a stellar safety record, long-lasting dependability, and unmatched quality. Looking for used? We have those too. Visit our website to see our complete lineup at griffinphyllisford.com or stop in and test drive a Ford today at Griffin Phyllis Ford in Seneca.
And welcome back to the Venango Foot and Ankle Halftime Show. 4:38 on the clock before we start the second half of play. Luke Rio, Will Haynes with you here tonight. Will, your thoughts on the first half?
I got to say, that was incredible, especially towards the end of the second quarter. You know, our boys came out. They were fired up. We saw a couple of good defensive stands. Saw a lot of back and forth. and of course Warren scores. Franklin comes back and scores. Well, Warren scored twice. Franklin comes back and scores, make it 14-7. And then really the second quarter, the first 8.5 to 9 minutes of the second quarter belonged to the Warren Dragons. I mean, we saw a Warren team that essentially was doing pretty much whatever they wanted to against our boys, and we had a lot of struggles there in the second quarter. But then towards the end, we had that huge play there. That beautiful pass from Marsteller to Buckley for that second Franklin Knight touchdown, and then on the ensuing drive, we saw the Warren Dragons just melt under pressure. I mean, they caved. We pushed them clear back inside the 5-yard line. I believe it was 4th and 22. They punted, and Franklin got the ball back. We got the ball back. We marched it down the field. We weren't able to score, unfortunately. We ended up attempting a field goal with, I believe, about 6.5 seconds left. Field goal was unfortunately no good. And then Warren, with not even 3 seconds left to play at their own 15-yard line, they dump off a pass to the running back Nyquist, who shakes and bakes his way 85 yards for a last-second touchdown. But there was a saving grace, and that was the holding call that brought it back. And because there was no time left on the play clock, that fortunately left us at 33-15 here.
Certainly momentum on Franklin's side towards the end of the first half. We'll see if that will continue as we get ready to start the second half of play. That's going to do it for the halftime show. We'll be back with, the second half action in just a few moments. This has been the Venango Foot and Ankle Halftime Show. Here from Franklin High School. Second half action is coming up next.
Pennsylvania Hardwoods, a worldwide supplier of high-quality logs and lumber, is a proud sponsor of the Titusville Rockets. Located along Titusville Road in Pleasantville, Pennsylvania Hardwoods purchases standing timber and logs and some of the world's highest quality hardwood, which is growing right in your backyard. For a free appraisal, call Pennsylvania Hardwoods at 814-590-6730.
At French Creek, American Made is at the core of our growth and success in manufacturing top-quality fall arrest and rescue systems. Today, even though French Creek has transitioned into a much larger headquarters, the design, testing, and manufacturing operations proudly remain right here in Franklin. Our American Made jobs support our local community and small businesses that are part of where our workers live every day. This high bar for quality standards is the same bar and quality we expect out of our Franklin Knights. Good luck this season, Franklin, and go Knights from French Creek Fall Safety. Franklin Night Football on Stream TV is brought to you by French Creek Fall Safety, by Griffin Phyllis Ford, by Gates & Burns Realty, by Venango Foot and Ankle, by TGIF Solutions, by Anderson Physical Therapy, by Pennsylvania Hardwoods, by Shago Real Estate LLC, and by Allegheny Toyota.
Well, welcome back. We're just about ready to go here. The Knights trail the Dragons 33-15. Will, your thoughts on some tweaks the Knights might be making here in the second half?
I would say keep up the aggressive defense. I would say keep up the pass rush. You have to stay in Eric Tippold's face. If there's one thing that they need to do, it's make him feel the pressure. And not just that, but also they've got to shut down Tommy Nyquist. Because if there's one thing we found about Tommy Nyquist, he's a very elusive back. I mean, he's hard to tackle. And he gets into the open field, he's gone. I mean, he's got some speed. He's fast, he's elusive. So ultimately, to cap that off, I would say it comes right down to winning the battle in the trenches. First and foremost, that's where the game of football starts and that's where it ends. That battle in the trenches. Our boys have to keep fighting and they've got to find that extra spark. Whether it be from the fans, whether it be from Coach Turk. Because they have that. They've shown flashes of that, particularly towards the end of the first quarter and the second quarter on both of those touchdowns that they had and then those defensive stops that they had. So they definitely have the tools. They just got to make the machine operate.
Certainly, the last few minutes of the second half, quite powerful for the Franklin Knights. Really bounced back after such a dominating performance by the Dragons in most of that second quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, they just took a pounding for that whole entire second quarter, essentially the first 8.5, 9 minutes of it. I mean, we saw a Warren team that was completely rejuvenated to start the second quarter. And then right there towards the end of the first half, you saw Franklin pick up the momentum, and
Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as the Knights of the Dragons.
Franklin Knights will actually be receiving the opening kickoff here as we start the second half. Franklin definitely had the momentum on their side going into halftime. Let's see if they can keep that up here. And it's going to be a squib kick. And he'll keep it. He'll drop down to about the 40-yard line. And that is where the Franklin Knights will take over here, 1st and 10.
Ball placed at the 40.
Dragon lead, but not able to come up in the last couple seconds. Missed the field goal. Of course, the Knights, the Dragons started right around.
So we see both Cole Buckley and Hunter Marsteller in. And it looks like it's going to be Marsteller in at quarterback here. He'll drop back into a shotgun formation. Marsteller will take the snap, back to pass. Looking, and he finds Buckley on the left side, and that pass is complete. Beautiful pass there to Buckley. Good completion. And a nice pickup. That's about 6 yards there. So that'll make it a 2nd down and 4 for Franklin at their own 46-yard line. And this is what they need to do early here. They need to be on the attack. They need to be aggressive. Marsteller comes out of the shotgun here. We do have a flag. Excuse me, we do have a flag on the play.
Offside against Warren, that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
And that'll actually be offsides against Warren. And with that 5-yard penalty, that'll be enough for a Franklin Knight 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Franklin. Now on the other side of the 50, the Warren 49-yard line to come out again in a shotgun formation. Marsteller takes the snap, he hands it off to Weibel, and Weibel pounds his way down beyond the 40, close to the 39-yard line. Nice play there by Weibel. Great carry.
Ball at 44.
So it'll be at the 44-yard line, be a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 from the 44. Franklin on the move here early. Definitely keeping that momentum going here. Marsteller back. He'll take the snap out of the shotgun. And once again, he'll hit Cole Buckley. Complete once again beyond the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. And that will be enough for yet another Franklin Knight 1st down. Franklin Knights are on the move right now. They've got the momentum, and they're marching forward with it.
Good play, good catch.
Right here, just a gorgeous pass there from Marsteller to Cole Buckley. So 1st and 10 for the Knights here. Ball is at the Warren 37-yard line. Come out of a shotgun formation. Marsteller will take the snap, be back to pass. Here comes the rush, and it looks like he will be taken down for a loss of about 3 on the play. So unfortunately right there, the pass rush from Warren, just a little too much there. So they'll make it 2nd and 12. Ball officially spotted at the 39-yard line of Warren. So shotgun formation, it's Buckley, or no, it's Hartstetter. And incomplete, but that could have been intercepted. Got to be careful there.
Ball at the 39, third 12.
So an incompletion here. Thankfully incomplete and not picked off. This will be third. So third down, 12 to go here from the 39-yard line. Carson Weibel is the lone back. Marsteller will take the snap. And he'll pump fake. He's got a man down the field. Oh, no, but he overthrows it. He overthrows it, and it's intercepted.
Pass intercepted by Ben White. White runs the ball back.
So there'll be number 9, Ben White, for the Warren Dragons with the interception.
Warren takes over.
And that was about the last thing the Franklin Knights needed or wanted. As they had a good drive going there. They got a couple of first downs. Unfortunately, though, just slightly overthrown. So with that, Warren comes out 1st and 10. Ball is at their own 35-yard line here. Double will go under center. He'll take the snap. And looks like we have a flag here.
Illegal motion or procedure against Warren.
And we have a false start. False start, illegal procedure, illegal motion, however you want to call that. It'll be a 5-yard penalty to push them back to the 30, so it'll be 1st and 15 for the Warren Dragons at their own 30-yard line. We've got 9 minutes and 40 seconds to play in quarter number 3. Dragons still have a 33-15 lead here. Dipple will go under center. And he'll take the snap. It'll be toss play out to number 14, Ethan Sens. And he almost went down there, and he was able to break through that tackle. However, there's some black jerseys there to drag him down, hold him to not a minimal gain, but they'll take it back to what was the original line of scrimmage. So he'll get about 5 yards out of it. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now from the 35. They're going no huddle here. And he fumbles the snap. Give it to Sens again, who takes it up the middle, and he just gets stuffed on the play. So he gets maybe 2 or 3 out of it.
That was a 2nd and 10 play.
Yeah, Warren there. They go no huddle. Dipple goes under center, takes the snap, and he actually muffs the snap.
6 ball at the 39.
However, he is able to recover and gives it to Sens. Sens is able to get upfield for a gain of about 4. So with that, Warren finds themselves here in an early 3rd down situation. 3rd down and 6 to go from their own 39-yard line.
3rd down.
It'll be interesting to see here how aggressively they want to play this. They're going to go out of an I formation. Dippold is back to throw. He's looking, still looking. He fires it and underthrows it, incomplete.
They'll bring up 4th and 6 ball at the 39.
And that was nothing. Nothing there. Just I don't know, just a bad read. So that'll be 4th down and 6 for the Warren Dragons here. A good defensive stand for the Franklin Knights here early on in the 3rd quarter.
Franklin calls a timeout.
And we've got a timeout from Franklin. Looks like we had a late substitution. So rather than risk the penalty, they decided to go with the timeout here. So that's their first timeout of the half.
Well, they had two guys wide open on that far side too.
In that first half, Warren did only have 3 timeouts. We believe that there was a signal that we missed up here. That's why we had timeouts different. That time it was definitely a Franklin timeout. 4th down. 6.
So 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. It's 33-15. Warren Dragons with the lead. It's 4th down and 6. As they're set to punt this away here. And it'll be fielded. It'll be fielded by Wyatt Bell. And, oh no, actually it hits him on the head. And that's a live ball. And it looks like...
Looking for the signal from the officials. First down for Warren.
Yes, it is indeed. That was a live ball, so that was recovered by the Warren Dragons. And once again, the Warren Dragons will take over now at the 35-yard line, the Franklin 35-yard line. Tough play there, just a... So, I formation. Dippold goes under center. Toss play to Nyquist. He'll take it around the right. He'll cut back towards the middle. And he gets down inside the 30. They'll take him down at about the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 6. So we'll have a 2nd down and 4. It's going to be 2nd and 4 here for the Warren Dragons, as once again they're going to run a no huddle. Toss play once again to Nyquist around the right side. And he gets down inside the 25. He's just outside the 20. However, we do have a penalty flag on the play. And it looks like this is coming back. It may be a holding call.
Holding call. Holding call on Warren, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, pushes the back to the 42-yard line.
So that hold actually took place clear back at the 32-yard line. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, they march it clear back to the 42. So that's a sizable loss there for Warren. So it'll be 2nd down and 17 for the Warren Dragons here at the 42-yard line. 42-yard line of the Franklin Knights, that is. Once again, out of an I formation. Dippold goes under center. He'll take the snap, toss it back to Nyquist, and he is going to be stuffed just inside the 40 at about the 39. He maybe got 3 there. 3, maybe 4, depends on where they spot the ball here. They're going to spot the ball at the 38-yard line, so officially it's a gain of 4. So it'll be 3rd down and 13. The Franklin defense here showing a lot of grit, showing a lot of determination here. They are determined to keep this Warren team at bay. So it'll be 3rd and 13. Dippold under center. He'll take the snap, passes it back to Tommy Nyquist, who cuts up the center. And another good heads-up defensive play there. They stuff him at the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down and about 9 or 10. The 4th down and 10 officially at the 35-yard line of Warren. So right now Warren kind of in no man's land at the 35. It's too far for a field goal. They could conceivably punt it. However, with how short of a field they have, they're probably just going to opt to go for it here. And the offense is still out there on the field. Dippold's going under center here. They're going to go for it. 4th and 10 to the 35-yard line. Dippold takes the snap. He's back to pass, and he's looking. Fires and incomplete. Intended for number 2, Kanan Wright. And it looks like there was some contact there. Yeah.
And Franklin will take over off downs, ball at the 35. 1st and 10.
A lot of contact there. And maybe a missed pass interference call. However, it all works out for Franklin as the Franklin Knights take over here. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. We've got 5 minutes and 39 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Franklin Knights are just taking over here. It's 33-15. The Warren Dragons still have the lead. Snap way over his head, and it looks like a Warren player fell right on it. Oh, bad snap, goes over his head, and that is recovered by Warren, cleared down around the 10-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 11. And just like that, the Warren Dragons will start this next drive inside the red zone.
Warren will take over the ball at the 11-yard line. First and 10 for the Dragons.
Huge miscue there. Just a huge miscue there. And the Warren Dragons here, first and 10 at the 11. Dippold will go under center here. And Ethan Sens is the deep back. And Nyquist up the middle. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. However, we do have a flag on the play. And it looks like this one might be coming back, as it'll probably be another holding call on Warren.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Looks like it's about the 8-yard line. So it'll be first down from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, there's one thing that the Warren Dragons have done quite a bit so far here in the third quarter. It's shoot. They've shot themselves in the foot several different times, several different plays. And this Franklin defense, they've taken advantage of it thus far. So that first and 10 at the 11 is now a first and 18 at the 19. Dippold will go under center. And will be handoff to Nyquist. And Nyquist is going to walk into the end zone for the Warren Dragon touchdown. But wait a second. We have another penalty flag on the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Warren Dragons.
And it looks like this one is coming back.
Foul against the Warren Dragons.
So a personal foul, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. They're going to march off 15 yards from the 19. That's going to take it clear back to the 34-yard line. So that'll be a first and 33 at the 34-yard line for the Warren Dragons. Dragons just constantly shooting themselves in the foot. The Franklin Knights, they gotta take advantage of that.
First and 33. Ball at the 34-yard line. Warren takes his first time out of the half.
Right now, the Franklin Knights have a prime opportunity for another defensive stand as Warren continues to push themselves back here. This is a time where we got to find that grit, we got to find that spark, got to find that fire, and get that momentum back on our side.
Yeah. And then the third, the one at the end of the half. 4 touchdowns called back. So I say the coaches are going to say, well, we won that game handily, we're going to get the touchdown.
So we got a timeout on the field here. Timeout by Warren, actually. Right, so the teams are coming back out onto the field again. First and 33 for the Warren Dragons here at the Franklin 34-yard line. These fans are on their feet; they're going crazy right now. Dippold goes under center. It'll be a toss back to Nyquist. Nyquist up the middle. And he's inside the 10. He's inside the 5. And he's just going to walk it into the end zone. And there's no flags.
Touchdown for Warren. No flags.
So this touchdown will stand.
This is crazy, folks. 34 yards.
34-yard run for Nyquist.
Nyquist, senior sophomore running back for Warren. So Warren, who had 4 touchdowns called back tonight for holding and other penalties, scores another one to make it 39-15.
And the Warren Dragons once again on the board here. Make it 39-15. And it'll be number 14, Ethan Sens, in to attempt the extra point for the Warren Dragons. He has had a couple of shankers, though. Good snap, a good hold. It's a decent kick. And it is right down the middle. So that extra point will make the score officially the Warren Dragons 40 and the Franklin Knights 15.
In the third quarter, the score is Warren 40, Franklin 15.
It was just a crazy drive there that we saw, folks. I mean, just a lot of back and forth. with Warren shooting themselves in the foot there several times, several big penalties. However, in the end, the Franklin Knight defense was just unable to stop them completely. And even though it took a lot of time, the Dragons once again are in the end zone. They put points up on the board. So in the kick it off is number 25 for Warren. It's Cody Vega. Oh, and it's a, oh, and he's at the 40. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Oh, and he's drugged out of bounds just shy of the goal line. What a huge return there for number 13, Wyatt Bell. What a kickoff return. Now that is how you ignite a spark. That is how you fire your team up. Big plays, that's exactly what our boys need. And that's exactly what we just got. But wait, we do have a injury timeout on the field here. There's a Warren player is down and he appears to be hurt.
Cut it back to the right. Nobody touched him until he got down inside the 5-yard line. And Bonnie dragged down at the 1-yard line. We do have a player down the field, so we're going to take a 60-second break here on mix 96.
Well, with 4:44 to go here in the third, why don't we take a quick timeout? This is Franklin Knight Football on Stream TV.
Hi, I'm Mark Slodecker. At Allegheny Toyota, you may have noticed we still don't have a lot of vehicles on the lot. That's because we're selling them before they even get off the truck.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Toyota, your best bet is to stop in and sit down with us. We can let you know what we have being delivered, or if you know what you want to purchase, we can help you get that scheduled too.
We're working hard to get the vehicles you want, so if you don't see it, that doesn't mean we can't get it. We have vehicles arriving weekly here, and we're Allegheny Toyota in Franklin.
And welcome back to Franklin High School. 4:44 to go here in the third quarter of play. It's the Dragons on top of the Knights, 40-15, but Franklin looking to strike here, Will.
Absolutely. A beautiful kickoff return there by number 13, Wyatt Bell. Gets our boys down inside the 5-yard line. You got a 1st and goal at the 2. Got a strike here while the iron's hot. Cole Buckley, quarterback number 5, under center. And Harsteller will go in motion. Buckley's going to keep it around the left side, still on his feet, and he will be brought down. He'll lose about 2 yards on the play, so we're going to have 2nd and goal from about the 4 or the 5. It will be the 4-yard line officially. That's where they're spotting it. So 2nd and goal for the Franklin Knights coming up here, the 4-yard line. Right here and right now, hand off to Carson Weibel. We'll just let him pound it up the middle. That's exactly what they do. Hand off to Weibel, up the middle. He'll be stopped just shy of the goal line.
Tackle led by Tristan Dolan.
And they're going to spot the ball officially at the 2-yard line. So a gain of 2 there for Carson Weibel. 3rd and goal from the 2. Harsteller hands it to Weibel. He fights forward. Looks like he's going to be down at the goal line. No signal from the official. He's going to be stopped just short.
Thunder of Dragons on the tackle. About a yard and a half to go. We ball 2, 4th down goal. 4th and
So about the 1.5-yard line here. 1.5 for 1 1/4.
Big play for the Knights.
4th and goal here. It's crunch time. Harsteller, 28 in motion. Gives it to Weibel. Weibel slips, but he fights in for the Franklin Knight touchdown. Toss play to Weibel. He takes it around the right side, and he slips. But right as he slips, he says, no, I'm not going down until I get it into that end zone, and he is in for the Franklin Knight touchdown.
all right, Benning
And with that, the Dragons now have a 40-21 lead. And it looks like they're leaving the offense out there on the field. I think they might go for this 2-point conversion here. No, they've changed formations. They will officially kick the point here. So good snap, a good hold. The ensuing extra point was good, however, we do have whistles. Offsides against Warren.
Dead ball foul, half the distance to the goal.
So good snap, good kick, good hold, and a very good extra point. However, because of the offsides call against Warren, we will see another kick.
Try the extra point again.
So that'll move the ball up to about the 1 yard line. So once again, good kick, good hold, and it is good. So with that extra point, it's the Warren Dragons 40, the Franklin Knights 22.
Third quarter. Franklin 22, Warren 40.
And I tell you, Luke, just the huge swing of momentum there. You had Warren, they kept shooting themselves in the foot. However, they finally get it into the end zone, right? And it seemed like our boys were just down and out, like maybe, just maybe, like that was it. And then on the ensuing kickoff, and we see number 13, Wyatt Bell, just field it beautifully and just burst downfield. They didn't stop him until he got clear onto the 2 yard line, 2 yards away from a touchdown. I mean, just a huge momentum swinger. And I'm curious to know if maybe this is going to affect our boys in the next defensive scheme here. I think we're going to see a little more grit, a little more fire from them on defense on this next drive.
I agree. I think Franklin has responded tremendously well tonight. And again, this has been building over the last 3 weeks. So, again, as Coach has talked about several times over the last handful of weeks, just taking it 1 week at a time and just keep building. As long as we're going in the right direction, we'll be all right.
And so far we are. So field the kick, you'll take it up to about the 40-yard line. You've got 2 minutes and 48 seconds to play in the third quarter. Here, bringing to you live Franklin High School football, Franklin Knight football against the Warren Dragons here. The Warren Dragons have a 40-22 lead. They got a first down and 10 here at their own 40-yard line. And it looks like they're coming out of a power I formation here. So Dipple will go under center. And it looks like number 14, Kansas, number 2, Nyquist in the backfield. Nyquist will take the toss. And Nyquist has just been an absolute wrecking ball. It's been an unstoppable force tonight for the Warren Dragons. And another nice carry there.
No flag, excuse me, official timeout taken. It'll be second down. Ball will be at the 49.
So it looks like number 19.
Well, let's do this real quick. Let's hear from our sponsor, French Creek Fall Safety.
At French Creek, American Made is at the core of our growth and success in manufacturing top quality fall arrest and rescue systems. Today, even though French Creek has transitioned into a much larger headquarters, the design, testing, and manufacturing operations proudly remain right here in Franklin. Our American Made jobs support our local community and small businesses that are part of where our workers live every day. This high bar for quality standards is the same bar and quality we expect out of our Franklin Knights. Good luck this season, Franklin, and go Knights from French Creek Fall Safety.
For over 50 years, our agencies have been a part of your community, helping hundreds of your neighbors find the insurance coverage that's right for them. We use a personalized approach to help you understand insurance, know if your current policy is right, and if not, easily switch to coverage that is customized for your life and budget. We offer auto, home, life, business, commercial, RVs, motorcycles, and more. We even offer insurance for your pets through Nationwide. You deserve insurance coverage that meets your needs now and in the future. Visit us online or give us a call at 814-677-4084.
Pennsylvania Hardwoods, a worldwide supplier of high-quality logs and lumber, is a proud sponsor of the Titusville Rockets. Located along Titusville Road in Pleasantville, Pennsylvania Hardwoods purchases standing timber and logs and some of the world's highest quality hardwood, which is growing right in your backyard. For a free appraisal, call Pennsylvania Hardwoods at 814-590-6730.
Welcome back to Franklin Night Football here on stream. This is Will Haynes. I'm here with Luke Rio. Once again, Warren Dragons come out and a power I formation, and it's a play action and intended for number 9, Ben White. So a beautiful pass play there. However, it'll be incomplete. So just before the commercial break there, we saw for the Knights, number 19, Jacob Brown, went down with an injury. However, thankfully, he was able to get up and walk off the field under his own power. So our hopes and prayers, thoughts and prayers are definitely with him. So it'll be a 3rd down and 1 here for the Warren Dragons at the 1-yard line. And it'll be handoff to looks like number 35. That is Sam Harvey. So the fullback, Sam Harvey, and he gets about 3 out of it, so that'll be enough for a Warren Dragon 1st down. So the Dragons now will have a 1st and 10 on the other side of midfield. It'll be the Franklin 48-yard line. And we've got exactly 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Run down under 10 seconds. Takes a snap.
Dipple will take the snap. He'll toss it back. That'll be Nyquist. And excellent job there as he runs into a sea of black and red. Then our boys there, the Franklin Knights, the defense, they just stuff him at the 35, bring him down. He gets about 3 out of it. And this is what we need to see more of. We need to see more of the Knight defense just building a stone wall, a brick wall there in the center of the field. So Dippold goes under center. He'll take the snap. It'll be a toss play back to number 14, Kens. Taking it around the right side. He's still on his feet. He gets tripped up, and he goes down inside the 35 to about the 30, either 33 or 34. Depends on where they spot it here. They're going to spot it at the 34 officially. So that'll be enough for a Warren Dragon 1st down. Be 1st down and 10 to go for the Warren Dragons at the 34-yard line. Looks like the Franklin defense is getting a bit tired here. They got to dig down. They got to find that extra bit of strength. And Dipple will pitch it back to Nyquist. And, we'll wrap him up. That was good. That was a very good tackle there by number 43, Carson Weibel. Just an excellent tackle. Got a hold of him by the legs, and he wasn't going anywhere fast.
2nd and 4.
So they stop him down inside the 30 at about the 28. So it turns out to be a gain of 6. And that'll be the final play here of the 3rd quarter. As time winds down, we go to the 4th quarter here. The Warren Dragons lead it 40-18.
Griffin Phyllis Ford in Seneca offers great customer service along with a legendary lineup of Ford vehicles like the F-150, the Escape, the Explorer, and now the Bronco. The Ford brand is defined by a stellar safety record, long-lasting dependability, and unmatched quality. Looking for used? We have those too. Visit our website to see our complete lineup at griffinphyllisford.com or stop in and test drive a Ford today at Griffin Phyllis Ford in Seneca.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell a house, land, farm, or commercial property in and around Titusville, Franklin, Oil City, and surrounding areas, you've come to the right place. ShagoRealEstate.com. 25 plus years of real estate sales meets state-of-the-art technology. We use 3D imaging to produce 3D virtual tours used on social media and MLS virtual tour links. And we're also a U-Haul neighborhood dealer. We're Shago Real Estate LLC.
Welcome back to Franklin Night Football, as we are about ready to start the fourth quarter here, live from Franklin, Pennsylvania. The Franklin Knights currently are trailing 40-22 here. It's been a hard-fought game. The Warren Dragons. The Warren Dragons here have a 2nd down and 4 at the 28-yard line. Dippold will take the snap. He'll pitch it back to Kens. And, he runs right into a brick wall there. Number 84, that is Drew Wilkinson. As Kens runs right into a brick wall named Drew Wilkinson, and he gets dropped in the backfield for a loss of 2. Great defensive play there for Franklin. So they're going to come out here in another power formation. However, we do got a flag on the field, and it looks like it may be an illegal formation. It is illegal procedure. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll bring it back to the 35-yard line, and officially that makes it 3rd and 11 for the Warren Dragons. Once again, the Dragons are shooting themselves here in the foot. They're a very young team, and in some ways, I think, Luke, being young, having a young team, having a lot of young players, I think there's a lot of discipline that goes in there, that factors in to having such a young team.
Let's see if Franklin can benefit from these mistakes right now.
That's what we need to see. Because Franklin has the tools. They can definitely do it. They've shown. They've shown that they possess the parts. It's only a matter of time until they get the machine running.
11:03 to go in this ball game. Fourth quarter of play.
I think we can both agree that this has been one heck of a matchup.
Yeah, again, there's still a lot of time on the clock, but I think if you're Coach Turk, you're looking at it going, okay, we made some progress this week. I mean, there's some good things to take away, and obviously there's things to work on. One of the things he mentioned was, fundamentals, going back to some of the basic things and making sure that, we have some things down and understanding certain things before we can move on. But again, I think there's a lot that has been improved on in the last week, and that's just a good sign for these Franklin Knights.
It is. Moving forward, not just for next week, but for the rest of the season, and even into next year, because a lot of these players are going to be returning next year. So Dipple goes under center. He'll take the snap. He drops back to pass. And he's looking. He'll hit Nyquist. And he gets down inside the 30, down to the 25. And, that's very close to a first down. However, he's going to be about a yard short. So that'll bring up a 4th down and 1 for the Warren Dragons. Crunch time now for our boys, in desperate need of a defensive stand here.
I think they were pretty much on the one for that 2-point conversion and stopped them, right?
Yeah.
So they can do it.
They can definitely do it. Build that stone wall. Dipple go under center. He'll take the snap and gives it up the middle. And looks like, is that number 35, Sam Harvey? Or
Schaefer?
Schaefer. Yes, number must have been Gage. Yes, Gage Schaefer, number 15. So Dipple will go under center again. It'll be a toss play on the right side to Kens, and he'll push up past the 15 to about the 13 or 14 yard line. Or no, they're going to spot it at the 11. So gain of 4 to be second down and 6. Ball is at the 11. Warren once again knocking on the door here in the red zone. They're looking for a score here as the Franklin Knights, our defense, we're gearing up here for hopefully for a defensive stand. Another power back formation. Take the snap, he'll pitch it out to Nyquist around the left side. And it's going to be Nyquist into the end zone for the Warren Dragon touchdown. No penalty flags on the field. So with that touchdown, we have ourselves a 46-22 football game here. Knight defense really needed a stop there, and
well, give Warren credit. They kept shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and still pushed through. So a lot of determination there.
Yeah, the Warren team, we definitely have to give Warren a lot of credit, especially with them having a lot of underclassmen, being very young. And even with the mistakes, they've still shown how dangerous they are. They have a lot of weapons that can be utilized. So the extra point is good. That makes it 47 for the Warren Dragons, 22 for our Franklin Knights.
9:41 to go in this ball game.
And yeah, Luke, just what we were talking about earlier, the improvements. I think tonight we have seen a Franklin Knight football team that has shown leaps and bounds in terms of progress from what we've seen in weeks 1, 2, and especially week 3 against Eisenhower. This is a team that continues to grow, and I believe Coach Turk is going to continue to grow and develop these boys. So number 25, Cody Vega, will line up to kick it off here for the Warren Dragons. And it's a pretty decent kick. Oh, it gets fielded and then it's dropped. And that was Wyatt Bell on the return.
Ball 34, first and 10, Franklin.
So the Franklin Knights will come out here for the first and 10 at the 34-yard line. So a pretty decent field position here to start this drive. We've got 9 minutes and 35 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And Hunter Marsteller will go under center. He'll drop back the pass. And nice pass, but it's going to be incomplete. There is a flag, though.
Blow to the head against Warren.
Blow to the head, that'll
be from the...
That is a personal foul, I do believe.
That'll be from actually the line of scrimmage. It should be a 15-yard penalty against Warren.
It will be. It'll be a personal foul, so it's a 15-yard penalty. We'll march it off to the 49-yard line. It'll be an automatic first down for Franklin here.
Here's the play.
You can see it right here, and it looks like that was targeting. Actually, I mean, if we watch that replay again, you can see it because he runs at. Because as he's going at him, he clearly targeted the head.
Marsteller keeps the ball, gets to the 50 before he's
Marsteller will keep it up the middle. He'll be dropped at about the 50, so it'll be about a 1-yard gain.
Second and 9, ball to 50.
Marsteller, a short drop. He's had a lot of time to pass when he drops back.
So it'll be second down and 9 at midfield. Number 10, Hunter Marsteller, still in at quarterback. And Jackson Ewing just came in off the sideline, number 28. So, clock running down here. And it'll be a pitch back to Wyatt Bell. Taking it on the right side, cuts back towards the middle. He's out past midfield, tackled at about the 47 or the 48-yard line.
Gets across midfield to the 48-yard line. Official timeout. Injured player. It'll be third down.
We do unfortunately have another injury timeout on the field, though. It looks like a Warren player.
Well, why don't we take a quick timeout ourselves? Franklin trails the Dragons 47-22.
Aquatic therapy, available at Anderson Physical Therapy in Franklin. The therapeutic properties of water combined with the skill and specialized training of our therapists can help you to improve your mobility and function. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy. Choose Anderson's for post-operative rehabilitation, sports injuries, spine conditions, neurological conditions, and more. Anderson Physical Therapy is here for you. Located at the Franklin YMCA on West Park Street in Franklin, we're Anderson Physical Therapy.
For years, Gates & Burns Realty has been helping people find the homes of their dreams. Whether you are buying, selling, or renting a home, it's never been easier with our experienced staff. Stop by our offices in Oil City, Franklin, or Clarion. Visit us online at gatesandburnsrealestate.com. Let us show you the way home. Gates & Burns Realty, serving the oil region since 1889.
Welcome back to Franklin Night Football here on the stream. It's 47-22, Warren Dragons. It's a 25-point lead here over our hometown Franklin Knights. And the injured player on the field for the Warren Dragons was number 28. Or no, number 78. It's back. Number 78, Tristan Dolan, is one of their starting tackle. So with that, it'll be 3rd down and 7 here for the Franklin Knights. Ball is at the Warren 48-yard line. Harsteller back to pass. And he breaks away to the right. Oh, and there he goes. He takes off. He's got lots of green in front of him. He's still on his feet. Inside the 30. Finally taken down at about the 27 or 28-yard line. And that is more than enough for a Franklin Knight first down. What a gorgeous play. However, we do have a penalty flag. So this may be coming back.
Holding or blocking the back against Franklin. That will be from the spot of the foul.
Well, here it is.
That'll put the ball.
See right there, slips by that tackler, and then he just takes off.
4 yards.
So beautiful play. Unfortunately, it will be brought back because of the penalty.
So they gain on that, but it's 3rd down. Kind of a weird situation, but it's 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, the penalty was called downfield, so they marched off the 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and 3 here for the Knights at the 45-yard line. Harsteller is back to pass. And he's under pressure. He's still on his feet, though. He's taking it around the left side. And he'll be dropped at about the 45-yard line. So he'll lose about a yard. That'll bring up a 4th and 4 from the 45-yard line. Harsteller there was just running for his life.
It'll be a loss back to the 45.
Really have to feel for that kid because he's been under pressure, constant pressure all game long.
Well, what would you do here, Will?
I'd go for it. Not only would I go for it, I'd hit him with a play action pass.
Let's see what happens.
All right, it'll be 4th and 4 at the 45. Harsteller drops back to pass. He rolls left, and he does have Buckley. However, it's broken up by Ben White, incomplete on the left sideline. And unfortunately, that will lead to a turnover on downs. And the Warren Dragons.
The legal procedure against tonight, that penalty is declined. It'll be first and 10.
He did have a penalty on the play, however, it is declined. It was against Franklin.
It's a nice throw. It was on target, just well defended.
Very well defended. You have two, you've got Buckley here, and you've got Ben White's just all over him.
Oh, well, maybe that would have been out, but
nice placement though. Good placement. Very well thrown ball. So the Warren Dragons will take over at their own 45-yard line here with a 1st and 10. You've got 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in this game. This has been one heck of a crazy game so far. Dipple will go under center. He'll take the snap. Handoff will go to Kens Sens. Takes it around the left side. He's beyond midfield. He's down around the 45, and he'll be tackled at about the 44. And that'll be enough for a Warren Dragon first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 44-yard line. Ethan Sens taking it around the left side there, gaining 11 yards on that play. These outside runs have been killing this Franklin defense. Dipple will go under center here. I formation. Sends once again the lone back. Sends up the middle. He gets out past the 40, but then he runs into a sea of black and red. He will be drugged down at about the 30, to the 37 or the 38-yard line. It depends on where they spot it here. They will officially spot the ball at the 37-yard line. So officially it's a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. As the clock continues to wind down, we are now at 5:42 to play here in this game, the 4th quarter. Another I formation here for Warren. Dipple will go under center. He'll take the snap. It'll be a toss play back to Sens. He'll take it around the right side. He's inside the 30, and he will be brought down at about the 26 or the 27. So that'll be a gain of about 13 or 14 on the play. Or no, take that back. That was a gain of 9. Or 12. Or, I don't know. Officially, it's a gain of 12. First down and 10 at the 25. Another I formation here as Dipple will go under center. Sends is the lone back. Or the deep back. Be a handoff to Sends up the middle, and he will be stuffed. Nowhere to run to. He maybe gets a yard out of it.
Second down and 8. Ball at the
Actually, it'll be officially a 2-yard gain. They spotted at the 23-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Warren Dragons at the Franklin 23. Knocking on the door here just outside the red zone. Looking for a late score. Dipple will go under center again. They'll keep their same I formation. A toss play to Sens, who will take it around the left side. It's inside the 10 or 15, just outside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 11. There is a flag, though. This may be coming back.
Right at the point of contact as the runner gets to the hole. Talking to the referee down there.
4:25 to go in this ball game.
Right where Sens cut into the hole.
And the officials are talking it over.
Chop block against Warren.
Ooh, a chop block.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty, I believe, from the spot of foul.
Bring up 2nd down.
And I stand corrected. It's a 15-yard penalty.
A chop block. It's a personal foul. Officially, it's a 15-yard penalty. So that'll now be a 2nd down and 23 for the Warren Dragons at the 38-yard line.
Warren's done a good job shaking off these penalties, though.
They really have. They've been impressive. So a pitch to that's Talon Mazel. Talon Mazel, who's a freshman, little freshman, 5'7", 130 pounds, tiny little guy.
3rd down and 18. Ball to 33.
So he does get a few yards out of it. About 4 or 5 officially. So 3rd down and 18 for the Warren Dragons as time continues to tick away here in the 4th quarter. We're down to 3 minutes and 37 seconds to play. Dipple to go under center. High formation. He'll be back to pass. Looking. And it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted. Oh, and it's Weibel. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. 5. He's going to take it back for the Franklin Knight touchdown. What an interception return by Weibel for the Franklin Knights for the touchdown. And this is exactly what these Knights need. Big plays to spark that fire.
Touchdown run.
Carson Weibel puts the Knights back on the board.
Here it is.
28. He just picked that ball off as it was deflected.
Nice read.
Took it 70 yards for the Franklin score.
70, yeah, whew. 68 yards on the return there. On the pick 6 for Carson Weibel. Just a huge play.
And now too many men on the field for the Dragons.
And looks like we're going to have a penalty here.
They had 13 players out there, I think. At least 12. One just got off.
Boy, Franklin has not given up at all.
They have not. Even here in the waning moments of a game where they've got to be feeling like at this point it's a lost cause, they're still fighting. And this is what it takes. This is what it takes to win games. This is what it takes to build your program. You have to have that grit. You have to have that fire. You have to have that determination. That no matter how bad things get, you've got to continue to fight, and you have to keep that never give up mentality. And it has to be a team effort. And if there's one thing that we've seen tonight, we've definitely seen that team effort of no matter what things look like or how bad they get, we're not going to give up. Now, Franklin has stood up and they have said, we will fight to the bitter end. They refuse to throw the white flag. And so I give a lot of credit to Coach Turk. I give a lot of credit to all of our boys. So after the penalty and the timeout here, we'll once again have a extra point attempt. Ball's down, it's up, and it's good. So good snap, good hold, and a good kick. So with 3 minutes and 16 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter, that will at least dress things up a little bit here. Warren Dragons 47 and the Franklin Knights 29. I, for one, cannot speak enough about the improvements that we have seen. Just the switch that's been flipped. Just a complete 180 for Franklin in so many ways. So many aspects of the game. As a team, I'm sure we've seen a huge effort from certain individuals, but as a team, from weeks 1, 2, and 3 to now to week 4, we have seen a Franklin team that has really flipped the switch. And moving on into week 5, it's exciting to think where they're going to be at and what the rest of the season is going to look like.
All right, ready for kickoff.
When we get into the post game, we'll actually tell you where they'll be at next week. So we'll have that for you.
Well, I mean, it's exciting to think of where they'll be at, like as a team. Not necessarily who they'll be playing.
Physically,
but,
yeah, right.
Yeah, but
no, I know. I was just kidding.
Offside call against Warren.
Wow, Warren is offside on kickoff, but the Knights have
Well, Warren's just, that's what I'm sure one of the things they're going to talk about is the penalties tonight. There's been a lot.
A lot. I can't keep count, honestly.
Offsides against Warren. They'll pick the ball at 45.
I think come Monday afternoon during practice, I think if we had an inside ear on the Warren football team, the Warren Dragon football team, I think we'd hear the coach going on and a lot about the importance of discipline.
Yes.
So after the penalty here, we're going to have a re-kick. Going to line up from the 45-yard line.
A lot of heart tonight from these Franklin Knights.
Leaving it all out there on the field. Not holding anything back. So a little squib kick there, and Warren will just fall on it here. And Dragons will take over 1st and 10. We've got 3:15 to play here in the final stanza. So the Dragons will have a 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line here. And Dippold will go under center. Take a snap. It'll be a toss play out to Talon Maisel. And he will be stuffed at the 35-yard line. Absolutely nowhere to run for the young freshman back, Talon Maisel, as he will lose 3 yards.
And under 3 to go in this game.
There it is. Officially a loss of 2 on that play, actually. Excuse me. So 2nd and 12. Yeah, we're officially at the 2-minute and 45-second mark here of this football game. Warren coming out of an I formation yet again. And looks like they're just trying to run off as much of this clock as possible. So it'll be handoff to the freshman Talon Maisel up the middle. Pretty good run there, actually. He got about 8 on the play. Officially, they can call 8. 3rd down and 4 at the 44-yard line.
3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4.
We are now sub 2 minutes to go in the game. Once again, Eric Dippold will go under center. He'll take the snap. And it will be hand off to Talon Maisel. And he is absolutely stuffed. Speared. Just nowhere for him to run to. He'll be dropped for another loss. That'll bring up 4th down. And about, well, they're going to spot the ball at the 43. They'll give him forward progress there. So 4th and 5 at the 43-yard line. As the Warren Dragons will bring out their punt unit. And
flag on the play.
It looks like Warren actually ran it all the way down to. They ran the play clock completely out. And
Ball pushing back to the 38.
Officially, it's a delay of game penalty, so that'll drive them back to the 38-yard line. It'll be 4th and 10 at the 38-yard line. And once again, to bring the punter out, 53.5 seconds to play here.
gets it away.
And they're just going to let it hit. They're not going to touch it. And ball will be officially down to the 31-yard line. And with 40 and a half seconds to play in this game, that is where the Franklin Knights will take the ball over, 1st and 10.
Ball at the 31.
It'll be interesting to see here how Coach Turk will play these final seconds.
Buckley in the quarterback.
So we do see Cole Buckley back in as the Franklin Knight quarterback. He'll be going back under center.
40 seconds to go in the ball game. Takes a step, takes a knee.
And he takes a knee.
And he's just going to take a knee here. So it looks like that's going to do it.
And that will be the final play of the game.
Well, I think if you're Coach Turk, Will, you saw a lot of good things tonight. Obviously, there's improvement to be made, but I just see a lot of growth tonight and a lot of maturity, and that's a good thing.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, anytime you see growth, anytime you see maturity, anytime you see progress, you're cheering. I mean, of course, you want to see, you want to see the final product developed. But anytime you see progress towards that final product, well, there's no really official final product in football because there's no such thing as the perfect team. There's always improvements and there's always maturity. There's always discipline.
Coach Turk and the entire Franklin Knight.
No, there's always areas to work on, but like you said, though, we have definitely seen leaps and bounds. We've seen maturity, and we have seen growth. And so for Coach Turk has got to be looking at his boys saying, I am dang proud of you guys tonight. Because they did not fight. They did fight. They did not give up. They fought to the end. And even though they were down and even out in many situations, they never gave up.
We'll continue this conversation as we head into the post-game show, which will begin right after this on Stream TV.
Aquatic therapy, available at Anderson Physical Therapy in Franklin. The therapeutic properties of water combined with the skill and specialized training of our therapists can help you to improve your mobility and function. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy. Choose Anderson's for post-operative rehabilitation, sports injuries, spine conditions, neurological conditions, and more. Anderson Physical Therapy is here for you. Located at the Franklin YMCA on West Park Street in Franklin, we're Anderson Physical Therapy. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a house, land, farm, or commercial property in and around Titusville, Franklin, Oil City, and surrounding areas, you've come to the right place. ShagoRealEstate.com. 25 plus years of real estate sales meets state-of-the-art technology. We use 3D imaging to produce 3D virtual tours used on social media and MLS virtual tour links. And we're also a U-Haul neighborhood dealer. We're Shago Real Estate LLC.
Hi, I'm Mark Slodecker. At Allegheny Toyota, you may have noticed we still don't have a lot of vehicles on the lot. That's because we're selling them before they even get off the truck.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Toyota, your best bet is to stop in and sit down with us. We can let you know what we have being delivered, or if you know what you want to purchase, we can help you get that scheduled too.
We're working hard to get the vehicles you want, so if you don't see it, that doesn't mean we can't get it. We have vehicles arriving weekly here, and we're Allegheny Toyota in Franklin.
Pennsylvania Hardwoods, a worldwide supplier of high-quality logs and lumber, is a proud sponsor of the Titusville Rockets. Located along Titusville Road in Pleasantville, Pennsylvania Hardwoods purchases standing timber and logs and some of the world's highest quality hardwood, which is growing right in your backyard. For a free appraisal, call Pennsylvania Hardwoods at 814-590-6730.
And welcome back. Final here from Franklin. The Dragons over the Knights 47-29. Well, Will, thoughts on the game?
I got to say, there was a lot of growth, a lot of maturity. I know we've talked about that a lot tonight, but honestly, we cannot express really enough just how amazing. I mean, it's almost as if we were watching a completely different Franklin Knight football team out there tonight.
How about just a fun game to watch? No quit. Franklin, it seemed like just when they could have, came right back, put points on the board, and kept things going.
Now, whether you're a Franklin Knight fan, a Warren Dragon fan, or just a football fan, I mean, tonight's game was for you.
All right, one final timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up here from Franklin High School. This is the Franklin Knight postgame show.
For over 50 years, our agencies have been a part of your community, helping hundreds of your neighbors find the insurance coverage that's right for them. We use a personalized approach to help you understand insurance, know if your current policy is right, and if not, easily switch to coverage that is customized for your life and budget. We offer auto, home, life, business, commercial, RVs, motorcycles, and more. We even offer insurance for your pets through Nationwide. You deserve insurance coverage that meets your needs now and in the future. Visit us online or give us a call at 814-677-4084.
For years, Gates & Burns Realty has been helping people find the homes of their dreams. Whether you are buying, selling, or renting a home, it's never been easier with our experienced staff. Stop by our offices in Oil City, Franklin, or Clarion. Visit us online at gatesandburnsrealestate.com. Let us show you the way home. Gates & Burns Realty, serving the oil region since 1889.
Griffin Phillips Ford in Seneca offers great customer service along with a legendary lineup of Ford vehicles like the F-150, the Escape, the Explorer, and now the Bronco. The Ford brand is defined by a stellar safety record, long-lasting dependability, and unmatched quality. Looking for used? We have those too. Visit our website to see our complete lineup at griffinphilipsford.com or stop in and test drive a Ford today at Griffin Phillips Ford in Seneca.
At French Creek, American Made is at the core of our growth and success in manufacturing top quality fall arrest and rescue systems. Today, even though French Creek has transitioned into a much larger headquarters, the design, testing, and manufacturing operations proudly remain right here in Franklin. Our American Made jobs support our local community and small businesses that are part of where our workers live every day. This high bar for quality standards is the same bar and quality we expect out of our Franklin Knights. Good luck this season, Franklin, and go Knights from French Creek Fall Safety.
Well, a lot to be excited about if you're Franklin, just in terms of the growth over the last couple of weeks. Well, we've been talking a lot about that. Obviously, Franklin's still searching for their next win. They are back on the road next week, which is hard to believe. Week 5 will showcase the Knights and the Conneaut Eagles. And kickoff will be next Friday night at 7 o'clock. On the plus side, Will, all Friday night games for Franklin the rest of the season.
I'm sure that'll be nice for our boys. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. I know it's got to be frustrating for them to have to give up their Saturday or to have to give up their Thursday night.
Well, you get into that routine, right, where it's okay, Monday through Thursday, Friday's the game. Now it's like you're almost ready to go, and then it's tomorrow.
And because you mix it up, because you maybe have one extra day of practice, or you may have one extra day of rest, or you may not. You may end up losing time, and maybe it affects your morale, maybe it affects your sleep schedule, it affects your mojo.
Yeah, your routine, which is important. Well, final here, Dragons over the Knights, 47-29. For Will Haynes, Amy Rio doing our camera work tonight. I'm Luke Rio. Thanks so much for joining us. It's been a beautiful night here at Franklin, and again, a lot, I think, to be excited about if you're a fan of the Franklin Knights. I think you saw a lot of growth tonight, and it's going to be an exciting rest of the season, so we look forward to seeing the outcome of the next several weeks. So, Will, great job. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Hey,
thank you very much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I mean, this is something that I've really enjoyed, something that I love doing, and go Knights.
Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage here. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you for watching Franklin Night Football on Stream TV. Franklin Night Football has been brought to you by French Creek Falls Safety, by Griffin Phyllis Ford, by Gates & Burns Realty, by Venango Foot and Ankle, by TGIF Solutions, by Anderson Physical Therapy, by Pennsylvania Hardwoods, by Shago Real Estate LLC, and by Allegheny Toyota.
Thank you for watching Stream Sports presentation of Franklin Night Sports on Stream TV.